Happy Sunday, everyone. Oh, my eyes are watering. How is everyone? Just trying to clean off my glasses. Sitting in a different position tonight, so hopefully we can see well. Cosmic Cultivators, happiness to all, and hello, friends. It just started. It's just me by my lonesome. How are you? Yogi Hollow Farm, hello. How about that? I'm never lucky and I want a mug. I can't wait to drink my coffee out of it, girl. Thank you for including me in that. I feel special. Gardener Josh, howdy, howdy. Happy Sunday. Chris says hello. Can see you and hear you fine. Good. So how is everyone? Welcome, girl. I know that was fun. Hi, LP. How are you? So, would you believe it's Sunday already? Whew. Sunday already. Hope you are well. I hope so too. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even trying to josh, joke, or whatever. If you've been here on this channel for a little while, you know I've been trying to gain weight. And I've been kind of freaking out because I'm eating so much more. And I went on Jimmy's scale and it told me I was 102 pounds. And I'm like, how's that possible? I went on Walmart and ordered a new scale. True story. It just came in. They left it on my step in a bag. Because that's how much I can't take it anymore. Like, I got to know. Because if I'm 102 pounds, I got to go to the doctor's. Yes, busy weekend. It says Cosmic Cultivators, Yogi Hollow Farm. No. Quick weekend, I know, right? It was very busy today, for sure. It was a busy weekend. Got a lot accomplished. Got to see my son, Johnny, tonight. Well, my son purchased a new car on Monday, so I saw him then. And I got to take the car for a spin. And then he said he would be over Sunday at 5, and he came over at 4 today. And we did my recipe, not my recipe, Laura Vitale's recipe of the eggplant sandwich. Finally did that. He was like, what is that? And then I showed it to him and he's like, yeah, let's make it. And I just so happened to have everything on hand. So he was down for making it. He was in, the video a little bit, but I didn't show his face or anything. Hello, Red Road Homestead. Hello, Melody, beautiful sister. Oh, congratulations for winning over at Joe's. I was there the entire time. I don't even think my link was posted once, but that's okay. I usually will stay in it for about, from 7 to like about 8:25. And then I go and I take a shower and get ready. Thumbs up, peeps. Says Cosmic Cultivators. So yeah, look at this. I don't know. I think I've been around too many peppers, but I tended to make, I don't know, someone else's recipe. I found it online somewhere. It was supposed to be sweet hot pepper jelly jam, and it looks like it's set. But when I initially tasted it after I put the sugar and everything in it, it was hot. And it's just been one of those weeks. I think I'm just like breaking everything. I was using my Vidalia onion chopper and it, like the plastic piece broke in the back. It's just been crazy. Yeah, I got there a little late. She says, that's all right. Better late than never. You still won. So yeah, it looks pretty good. Lots of peppers still to go. So my Vidalia onion thing broke. So I'm a little ticked about that. And then, I don't know. Some people say I should do a video on it because if you go back to my Q&A Tuesdays at my house, my old house, and, I don't have everything out here yet, I went to use my food processor to make some homemade tomato soup, and I don't have the blender part to it here. It's the 3-in-1 professional. The Cuisinart part, like the food processing part, the whole bottom fell out, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. No lie. Called them up on the phone, gave them information. They send you a link. I don't know if this started due to the, the V, but you have to accept a link and permit it through your phone, and they could come right in and see the part. So I don't know. I was just like, wow, I brag about, ninjas all over YouTube and So they told me 7 to 10 business days, and I can't even make this up. I called them about 2, 3 o'clock on Monday, I think it happened, and it was here Tuesday before noon. So that, my friends, is some good service. And I did not know that they were affiliated with Shark. So I may do a video on that. That looks good. Try on cream cheese with crackers. Oh my God. I know I didn't open it yet, obviously. So update on the shelf in the basement that had all the jars on it. All the jars came off. The shelf needed to be moved down. My little jars kept falling over. So Jimmy and I went out there on Saturday with his horse, and we cut the wood for 2 of the rows so that the little jars wouldn't keep falling over. So we did that, and I had to put all that back. And then I have 2 pantry closets down there from my house. So we moved the one over. I really wasn't trying to sign up for all that. So that's going to be a whole other project, because I have one shelf done with all the condiments, but the other one's completely full. So it's all going to be kept together. It'll be like the 2 pantry closets, the shelf with all the jars, and then the refrigerator, and then it's all my canning supplies, and then it's the big freezer box. So that is some good customer service. I agree, Chris. Yogi Hollow Farm, Melody, we are fermenting carrots and dehydrated green tomato slices and pickled green tomatoes today. Video coming, friend. Cold nights here. I can't get over that, Lisa. Honest to goodness, when you did your video of it was partly snowing and partly sleeting, maybe, I guess that was crazy. It put me in a panic, like I have so much to do. So yeah, your weather's nuts already. But I do believe that, you know, fall's going to come a lot sooner. For an example, it's a little bit cooler tonight, but it's saying it's going to be like 84 here tomorrow during the day. Yep, Cosmic Cultivator says it's coming. So, I tried to do like a garden tour / update for the first of fall, and my phone cut it into 2 pieces, just like this video. So I hope you all love me enough to like watch 2 parts. Don't ask. I have no idea what is going on because it's a brand new phone. So Chris is going to have to come up and take a look at it. It just might be something in the settings where it's preventing me from doing, you know, X amount of time video. So needless to say, I did do that. Now I don't know if I'm willing to post it. I think you're just going to see what I got accomplished. But if anybody has been here long enough to know me, let's see, because there's not many of you in here yet. Like maybe Red Road Homestead. Let me say, what is the one thing that I was going to try to grow this year that literally hates me? I love it, but it hates me. Hello, beam me up, Mr. Scott. Happy Sunday. We're just going to do a little guess here. If anyone's been at this channel long enough to know, I'll just say this. It's a vegetable that I've been wanting to grow. It doesn't like me. It's never successful. And I said I'm going to beat it this year. Does anybody know? Send me a jar of that instead of the... Yeah, that's a whole other story, girl. I'll be hitting you up on Instagram about that. Oh my gosh, Yogi Hollow Farm gets it. Beets. Yup, beets. So when we had the tornado that just skirted past us, they did clarify that it was three tornadoes. A lot of my seedling starts for fall flew God knows where. But I did half of a 75 cell count tray of beets, and I did a video. You just have to wait and see. I'm so super excited about that because I think I did it. It's either I have magical soil or maybe that's just a better way to go. And what I mean by that is planting it in a cell tray and then planting it seemed to work for me. I just cleaned out a tomato bed. And I did half beet seeds and some other seeds in a square foot gardening method. You'll see that. Little concerned about those seeds, so because I fight with the birds here, and 2, I'm not good when I plant a seed in the bed or the ground when it comes to beets. So I got beets growing, so I'm super excited. Let's see. We harvested 4-ounce beet yesterday. You did. Oh my goodness. Chris says, hi, Red Road. I haven't even tried them. Beets are so good. I don't even care if I buy them in the can. I like them cold in my salad. I like them hot. I just love beets. And I am like tickled because y'all saw my gardens, you know, and I can grow and do a lot of things. Beets were not one of them. And I did it. I did it. So there's a video coming out on that. Let's see what Mr. Scott said. Oh, let me see. Okay, I read that. I know, I keep forgetting it's Lena. Chris said he guessed beets. Awesome. Beat me up, Mr. Scott. I seen that. The earwigs ate my carrots as soon as they sprouted this year. Oh, it's terrible. My carrots have been so slow. So slow. Okay, guys, going to edit a video and listen in. We'll chat later. Okay, Yogi, Lisa, thank you again. Congratulations again, but I'm not really lucky like that to win anything, but I won a mug. Say yay. I'll drink my coffee out of it. Did you all like that video? Did you catch it of the, you know, for the first day of fall? But I did it, I think, the second day. Hi, Paul, honey man. I saw you sneak on in. I did the pumpkin syrup. It's like a knockoff from Starbucks. It gets super thick in your fridge. Let me show you real fast before she goes to go edit a video. I forgot to say in the video that it gets thicker as you refrigerate it, and it really does. And then I did a creamer video that I think is good. Not everybody likes things really sweet, but I want to I'm going to post it, but honestly, it really only called for, I think it was 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, and it said to add sugar, some random recipe that I found. So I just doctored this whole recipe for the pumpkin creamer. I'm not a huge pumpkin fan, but you know, pumpkin creamer is usually pretty good, but this pumpkin syrup, so good. It's better than a candle. I have it on my list to watch Friends. So behind. Thank you, Dollface. Love you to pieces. How are you, Paul Honeyman? That syrup looks great. I'm trying to pop the lid off now just to... Ooh, it doesn't want to come off. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So yeah, the creamer, me personally, I drank it all. But I also, you know, tweaked and twerked. I don't even know. I made pumpkin creamer before, so I decided I was going to make this one, but it really is not sweet enough. So sorry, Mel, I can't stand pumpkin. I am not a huge pumpkin fan, but it's real light and mellow, so it's actually really good. I had a cup of pumpkin coffee for my Keurig. It's in my bedroom. And then I added some of the pumpkin syrup right here. And what else did I add? Oh, and the pumpkin creamer. And it was like an after dinner type of coffee. It was really good. Andale Homestead. Hello. Happy Sunday. Hello at Red Road Homestead. And then I also made this. Anybody take a guess what this is? And don't say pumpkin either, Paul. Any guesses? What do you think this is? Chris, don't answer that. Chris isn't allowed to answer what this is. Anybody know or can guess what they think this is? Looks like pumpkin, though, doesn't it? Anyway, since nobody guessed, and Chris didn't chime in, I made homemade tomato soup from a lot of those yellow tomatoes, those orangey tomatoes. Sweet potato pie. Nope. Pumpkin paste. Nope. Homemade tomato soup. Homemade tomato soup from a lot of those orange and yellow tomatoes. So yeah, sweet potato pie. I've never had sweet potato pie, actually. Ever. How are you, Andale Homestead? Welcome. So yeah, just been a busy weekend, so a lot of cleaning done today too. Couldn't tell you the last time that kitchen floor was bleached. Whoa. Sweet potato pie is delicious, right up there with ricotta pie. You know what? You say ricotta pie. I have been looking for... My mother-in-law passed away. She was like my best friend. And my mother-in-law used to make an Italian ricotta cheesecake. And, you know, due to being divorced, I didn't get the recipe. So I really need to find that ricotta cheesecake recipe because I want to make that. Hello, Green Country. How are you? My red Brandywine tomatoes are preparing to make another round of maters. Yeah, I mean, it's been crazy with the tomatoes here on this channel. Sounds like I did a lot of complaining. But no, I was completely blessed to get all those tomatoes. I actually have a pot out there full of tomatoes. But how are you doing, Gardener Josh? So let me see. I still have my tomatoes on the side garden, and I really don't want to spill the beans too much, but I got one bed ripped out, I think like a week ago, and that's where, no, that's actually not true. Where I had the butternut squash and everything is where those beets are growing. So crush your fingers. And then I worked the other day, Friday, ripping out another tomato bed. Like, I just can't stand it. I don't care how many tomatoes were on there. I'm done with the tomatoes. I'm not actually done because I still have beds with tomatoes in it, but I ripped that one out. So, doing well, thanks. Glad to hear. It's been a hot minute, Gardener Josh, since I've seen you around. I'm sitting in a different spot this evening. Mountain Grandma, congratulations for winning over. You won, right? Winning over at Garden State Gardener. Congratulations. Happy to see you here. She says, hello, everyone. And there goes Paul, posting everybody's links. That's how we do it over here. You come to a live, we will post your links. So yeah, the pumpkin syrup, the video that I did for the first day of fall, amazing. And then stay tuned for the creamer. Thumbs up, please, everyone. Yes, I did. Thank you. I know. I forget what you won. I don't know. I was in there the whole time, even when I was taking a shower. He was playing in the background. But like I said, I don't usually ever get that lucky to win. I did win on Yogi Hollow Farms 500 subscriber giveaway a coffee mug. So that was exciting. That's how I said hello. Was MTN Grandma. Yeah, so I'll have to send Joe an email. So that was exciting to be in that. Is anybody still preserving lots of goodies? She puts woohoo because she's on here. She's just listening in because she's trying to edit. Hi at Red Road Homestead. Red Road Homestead said cool. How are you doing, Paul? You feeling pretty good? People, I have so many peppers. I just can't stand it. I got the fall plants in and water lines are in. Awesome, Josh. Cosmic Cultivator says every day. I hear you. I'm dreading what's over there right now. I'm pointing over there because I'm not sitting in the usual spot. But my whole water bath canner is full of peppers. I have a whole colander full of jalapeno peppers I really don't want to deal with. I planted cayenne peppers and didn't even know it. I did a video on that too. And Lord behold, I don't know what is going on, but all the hot peppers are back again, and it's only been a couple days. I'm not even done chopping these hot peppers, and I have more hot peppers. Sweet peppers all over in the beds. I mean, what a blessing. Feeling fine. Thanks, Mel. Mel and Grandmom says, I am, which means I'm behind, I think, laugh out loud. That's great, a gardener, Josh. I know, that's huge. So there are some videos coming out of, you know, because it's been so busy, and I did explain that I need to unpack here. And I have to figure out what's going on with my weight, if it's true or not true. So, like I said, I just got a delivery from Walmart.com with a scale sitting right on my front step in a bag, not even in a box. because I've been eating so much more, truth be told, than what I used to, and it just can't be true. But when my son saw me tonight, I was just like, John, do I look like I'm 102 pounds to you? He said, yeah. So I'm like freaking out, folks. I'm in pepper overload mode too. Oh my goodness, you're not kidding. So many peppers and zucchinis. Oh my goodness gracious. I feel like I should be doing work. This is my water bath canner. That's my water bath canner of just peppers, folks. Oh my gosh. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And then I have a whole colander here of jalapenos that I have to chop up. I have zucchinis that need to be chopped up. I have cabbage. I have my butternut squash. No, what am I calling it butternut squash for? I have my butternut squash and my spaghetti squash down in the cellar. And I have my acorn squash. I have 2 up here because I was contemplating making a nice fall dish. So this is one. And here's my other one. This one's bigger. Nice size. Thank you. Wait a minute, let me say. Hey, did you pull your cayenne when it was red or were still green? I have some that are still green. I got my first red ones today. As a matter of fact, the bucket's out here. My son was actually picking some peppers. We, the video you're going to see on the eggplant sandwiches that doesn't have any bread, he just started picking peppers, and we did do a cast iron pan of just different types of fried peppers. Delish, including the, oh my gosh, I have to think. Not the fajita, the other one that I did a video on. Shishito peppers. Want to see my son's big harvest because he was afraid to pick anymore because we ate a bunch. But here is my very first cayenne pepper. Red. And what else did he pick? He picked a couple banana peppers. But we had the pan pretty full for dinner tonight. So yeah. But I'm going to do a separate video without it being on the eggplant. But I'm going to do, a lot of people recommends. This is why I bought them. The seed for the shishito. But just like a cast iron pan and blackening them or like sizzling them up. Delicious. I gotta say though, I did get one. I was eating one in the garden yesterday and it tasted pretty sweet. And as I was going into the middle, I was like, it has a little kick. So it's like, wasn't bad. Let's see. Hi, Abby. How are you? Beat me up, Mr. Scott says, be right back. He says, that reminds me, I got to go and pick some peppers before the sun goes totally down. Thanks, John. How are you, Abby? That's where green chilies come from. I couldn't even believe that I even planted them. I never even remember doing it. Cosmic, that sounds good. Hi, Red Road. Green Country says, wow, Mel, that cayenne got huge. It did, big time. LP says, I plan to freeze a bunch of peppers. Oh, I'm trying to figure out what to... Why is this flying? What to do with all my shishitos. Anyone ever freeze them? Are they still... Come on now. Awesome. I froze a bunch of my sweet peppers, but I have a gazillion more sweet peppers out there and gazillion more hot peppers. I found this recipe. Y'all know I'm a huge fan of Simple Living Alaska. I've never heard this term before. I'm not sure if the rest of you have. It's called open kettling. Okay, so I've never heard of it before. I watched a video, open kettling. She took a bunch of like banana peppers, green bell peppers, just chopped them, left the seeds, and she makes a brine, which I had to run out today to get the seeds for. I'm going to try it. She used pint-sized jars, and open kettling is where you pack the jar with sliced up peppers and then The jar has to be hot. The brine has to be hot. Pour it over it. Put the ring, you know, that's clean, and the band, and that's it. And she says they're shelf stable. So that's really interesting. That would help me out tremendously. She says it's like a pickling of the peppers, and they keep their crunch. So I'm going to put some shishitos into that. I froze some shishitos. I have a ton of peppers in the freezer. Paul is awesome. He sure is. He sure is. I'd like to overwinter a pepper or two as well. Never have. I've never had either. And I planted habanero. Nope. Yeah, was it habanero? And I forgot about it. It was in the pot. So I would have to up-pot it. It's only about this big. It's the real hot one. And it just took forever for it to germinate. So I'm thinking about potting that up, bringing it in, putting it on that bay window in there, because that gets killer sun in there. And I really liked my Carmen Italian peppers this year. I'm not kidding. They're the best. It's the plant that I bought too. I didn't have the seeds. Let's see if I can show you what one looks like. You can eat them green. You can eat them when they're long and red. They're so prolific. So I definitely want to save some seeds from the next one I chop up. I've done a lot of seed saving too every time I run my dehydrator. And I did a video on that as well. So lots of videos. Let me see if I can find one for you. There we go. They look like this. Well, this one's a little bit skinnier, but they look like this. They get super long and fat, and they'll turn, I mean, they'll get bigger than this. I have one out there right now that's probably about that big. They'll turn red if you want them to turn red, but I thought it was phenomenal, totally phenomenal. And I'm getting a lot, I always say these wrong, I'm getting a lot of cow horns lately. I mean, like, I picked them all, and then I look out the corner of my eye and I have more peppers. I have more jalapenos out there, all different types. So, yeah. Lots. I have, let me see, I love pickled jalapenos. Pickled jalapenos. I don't think I've ever had pickled jalapenos. I mean, I've done the cowboy candy, if you're referring to that, but I've had brutal jalapenos that were so hot you couldn't even eat them. I mean, I'm not even kidding. At LP, I've seen others do it in the Phoenix area outside, but never tried to do it inside. And we're up north at the coolest point of the state in Arizona, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so I don't know if I'll be able to pot up maybe one of my plants or two of my pepper plants and keep them in the house for this winter. Never mind, sun is already down. Beam me up, Mr. Scott says. I love pickled jalapenos. I read that one. I keep a pepper plant or two over winter in my window every year. Well, how do you do that? Do you take it out of, like, I have a raised bed. Do you take it out of the raised bed, dig it up, put it in a pot with soil, and then just bring it in? Doesn't it go through shock? The super hots really benefit from overwinter. Really? Because my Tabasco plant has Tabasco peppers on it, and that's one of them I'm thinking about saving. Does it take some of the hot out of them? For the jalapeno, the cowboy candy or the cowgirl candy, I think it makes it a little bit sweeter, but it depends on the jalapeno, how hot it is too. Like Gary pictures, I'm in Michigan, so outside certainly isn't an option. I follow him as well. Did you measure for the biggest pepper? I did one before, and it was 8 inches, but not recently. And I have some big ones, but I will. Yes, I believe so. Red Road Homestead. I'll have to try that. Thank you. I kept mine in a pot, Mountain Grandmom says. Beam me up, Mr. Scott. Do they need a lot of light? I grow my peppers in pots. Okay, so they're all in pots. I wonder how that would work out. The only one that's in a pot is that habanero. And what else? My Tabasco's in a pot. And those Tatalis that I was eating last Sunday's live that were hot, oof, they're in a pot too. Is the refrigerator a pot? If so, then yes. Wait. I'm lost there. Is a refrigerator a pot? If so, then yes. Hello, Farm and Havoc. How are you, my friend? Happy Sunday. Says, hello, Melody. I see people prune them a lot before they pot them up. You know, I see people prune them before they even go into the ground or in the pot, and I just don't do that to any of my pepper plants at all. I have a west-facing window, so they get about 3 or 4 hours of sun through the window. Yeah, this window in the front in the living room, it's a lot of sun. Hello, Red Road Home says it's Balm and Havoc. You're welcome, Red Road. Smell Grandma. Hello, Lisa, Yogi Hollow Farm. Oh, that little light. Glad to hear. Yes, Melody, we have 2 refrigerators that are raised beds. Oh, I forgot. Duh. I'm having a blonde moment. You have to excuse me. Okay, so Paul's still posting. So a refrigerator would be a container, and a container would be a pot. Oh, just ignore me tonight. For my pots, I found plastic trash cans at Walmart, and I just drilled some drainage holes in them. They are about 2 gallons. Jay, my friend, at least I think he's still my friend. I'm not really sure these days. He drilled holes in, I think it's 2 like Arm & Hammer. I went to use one for my mystery seed that croaked. So they have drainage holes in the bottom of it. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure that one out. Farm and Havoc says, thank you, Paul. Yeah, I don't know where Boone is this evening. She usually will contact me if she can't make it. But, yeah, so Paul's here. Plus, I have cosmic cultivators that are moderators as well. I think I have Lisa from Yogi Hollow Farm. I have quite a few people, I think, that are moderators. LP's a moderator. So, yeah. I've been super duper busy, and I'm trying to do things outside my comfort zone. Like I'm looking at 2 heads of cabbage and another red head of cabbage, my red acre cabbage. My one that I fermented is still over there. It's got to be done by now. But I've been doing a lot of dehydrating things for tea. I'll give you an example. I don't have a tag on it yet, so I have to be careful. Okay, this is the lower one. The lower one, remind me, is the one that's bee balm. So I have bee balm that I dehydrated. I have raspberry leaves that I dehydrated from Amy from Crazed Family Farm suggested that. If you don't know anything about raspberry leaves, they're really good for women and, you know, cramps, that type of stuff. What was I going to say? Hold on. Oh, the bee balm, if you feel sick or have an upset stomach. So I harvested that as well, if you feel like you're getting sick. And then this is a little bit different for me this year. And I might need a bigger jar because every time I pluck the heads off, my marigolds keep coming back. So I have this much dehydrated of marigolds. If you put marigolds and chamomile together, they say it'll knock you on your butt, put you right to sleep, so not to overdo it, and I do say that in my video. And here's my chamomile that I've been collecting all summer, I guess you can say, because that's when it started sprouting. It's all pretty dry except for the new that I picked. So, best smell in the world. What else did I do? I dehydrated some rose petals, so they're done. I'd like to get some more before the winter on the rose petals. And then lots. I mean lots. I kid you not. Lemon balm, because lemon balm keeps you calm. It's good for people who have anxiety, or it also has like a sleep aid in it. So I harvest it. I put in this jar, and I also have a big gallon freezer size baggie full of lemon balm, but I wrote basil on it, but I know I goofed up. So I am trying a little different things for tea. A little ways back, Jay had purchased me this container that had rosemary, sage, and thyme in it, and it was a tea mixture, and I was like, well, that's odd. I would have never thought you could make tea and thyme, drink it as a cup of tea. So I have to harvest that pot and dehydrate it. I'm just going to put that all together. So that's what I was working on. If I'm running my dehydrator, I tend to put seeds in baggies and fold them down and put them on the top, and I do discuss that in a video. So yeah, lots of different teas for sure this year that I'm getting involved in, because, you know, I might need a lot of lemon balm this fall and winter. We'll see. Let's see. You can see the pots I use in a bunch of my videos. Okay, beam me out, Mr. Scott. I'll be over there to look at that. I gotta go check the plumbing shed. Worst joke. I know. He says that all the time. John does. If you see them and keep an eye out, you'll see those bins everywhere. I think they are the cheapest small trash can at Walmart. I used to have, you know, the busboy pans? I used to have them. I don't know what happened to them when I moved. But Jay drilled me holes in that, and I was growing sugar snap peas in those, and, you know, lettuces and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know where they went. Yep, we need to know our herbs. So many I need to start growing. That is awesome. What zone are you there? Okay, Mountain Grandma. It is Grandma. Okay, Grandma. I just said Grandma. I'm Pennsylvania, grow zone 7B. So that's where I'm at. I planted a lot of herbs this year. I planted, oh my goodness. I planted a lot, let's just put it that way. And then I threw my hand in on a couple of medicinals that I looked into, like bee balm, lemon balm. And someone sent me a while ago, a year or two ago, I think it was Kate's Kitchen, sent me some, oh, it was right there on the tip of my tongue. I have to think what I've grown in that kitchen garden for a second. St. John's Wort. And when I just went out there to harvest more, it's crazy because the herbs just keep coming back. The St. John's Wort is so crazy in that kitchen, in the kitchen garden, like the herb garden. So I am not familiar with St. John's Wort. So if anybody is, that would be pretty helpful. I wish I had a book like Gina's. If you haven't seen Gina's and Chris's from Cosmic Cultivators, their books that they were recommending, I really liked the one that had all herbs and just different like medicinals. I don't own a book like that. This is my first time ever trying some medicinal teas. So I need to figure out what my other one is used for. I think it's for people that have anxiety, but, you know, I'm not really sure. So if I'm not sure, then I get freaked out and I won't touch it. It's just how I am. Let's see. I don't know that I should be a mod because I don't know the first thing about doing it, and I'm pretty inconsistent. I feel honored, but I don't think I'm much help. You know, I think LP, you were put as a moderator, I think like a ways back. If you want some fragrant basil, check out Blue Spice. Oh my gosh, boy, I've never even heard of it. Red Rose posting as well. That is wonderful. I know about St. John's Wort. It is great topically for nerve pain if you infuse it in an oil. Wow, that is so interesting. Do you have a video on that or information you can send me on that? Because that would be awesome. I know it says that people that have anxiety, and I have anxiety. I've been living with it for some years, and so that's why I grew it. I tried to grow some things that were anxiety related, except for the bee balm. So St. John's Wort, I thought you could harvest to make as a tea, but I'm not sure. So if I'm not sure, I like to ask someone for help. Diane asks, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. We take some St. John's Wort every day. Cosmic Cultivator says, and what, like a vitamin form? How are you, Diane? Mount Grandma says, I make a pain oil that I use St. John's Wort in. I'll have to make a video of it next time I make it. I've started sharing some of my herbal tea recipes and used some of the herbs you've mentioned it. Awesome. I will be over to look at that. Oh, it's nice. Blue Spice Basil. Got it from M.I. Gardner. Yeah, I got holy basil from M.I. Gardner, but when I moved here, the neighbor who seemed nice, asked me for some, so I gave her some. There wasn't a lot in there. And my carrots were so disappointing from My Gardener this year. Everybody's like, oh, you should contact him. Let him know he'll fix it. I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'll still order all my seeds from My Gardener, but I only had like 10 carrot seeds. It was like crazy. So Boone sent me some. And thanks to Joe from Garden State Gardener, he sent me some Genovese basil. And I had a few mammoth basil seeds left, so I grew that. And I think I had 3 holy basil seeds left after I gave to the neighbor. And 2 died and 1 survived. So that's in that kitchen garden somewhere. I have to look for it. Cosmic Cultivator says, St. John's wort is great for emotional balance and mood health. Yes, to pill form. Since Gina has the book, can you look it up? Can you do St. John's wort as like a tea? And if so, how much? That's why I have to find a book. I have to get a book on teas, you know. I still have to do the video. I'm sorry, everyone. Hang with me because I have a lot of videos. I'm trying to get some older ones out, get them up there. But I'm going to do, no one's missed it yet, I'm going to do the infused oil. I'm probably going to do rosemary, which is so simple and easy. I'm just going to pick one just to show you how to do it. So some people wanted me to bring them along for that, and I am still going to do that video. As far as I know, you need to dry it. Okay. Yes, you can make a tea from it also. But as far as I know, you need to dry it first. But that's not one I use in a tea often. Interested to hear how others use it, though. Yeah, I wasn't sure. It was just sent to me because someone knew that I had anxiety really bad. And I'm allergic to serotonin, so it makes it so much harder. But, yeah, I'm really interested in that. And it's wild out there, and I'm a little afraid to clip it because I don't know if it needs to be dehydrated, if it's better fresh. I don't know. I've heard about using St. John's wort, though. I think you have to be cautious with it. If you take any meds, check that they don't interfere first. Absolutely. I only just take like a fast acting, like if I'm having a severe anxiety attack, it's just a fast acting medicine. I had a terrible night's sleep last night talking about anxiety. I don't even know what it was. I can't say if it was anxiety, what was going on. I was falling asleep and waking up gasping for air, like, you know, and I was like, what the heck is going on? And like my upper chest was like starting to sweat, and I don't even ever sweat. And I just did not get a good night's sleep last night at all. I literally just felt sick. So, yeah, I don't want to, that's why I didn't even harvest it yet, because I'm afraid. I want to know how to use it first before I just bring it into the house, because then I could just let it sit around and waste it. And I'm not about that life of wasting things. I don't know if Lisa's still on from Yogi Hollow Farm watching, but I'm thinking about doing my coleslaw. I might have to get, I mean, I don't know. Is this a good enough size jar? Oh, there she is. My husband struggles with anxiety. Bad, Melody. Oh, wow. Welcome to my world. You're not alone. I feel like I am, though, sometimes. Lisa, look. Is this jar big enough to do my cabbage in? And you probably shouldn't mix green cabbage with red cabbage, right? Because it's going to die it all. So I want to make some sauerkraut, but I did see your video the other day, and I did comment. My fermented has to be done by now. I did fermented cabbage, the red. I tried it like on every Sunday night's live. We used quart jars. Oh, did you? Oh, dang, that's terrible. I'm so sorry you went through that. Yeah, it's hard, especially when it's happening at night. And my roommate could sleep through a bomb going off. It's not like I'm going to wake him up because of it. So I was kind of off today. I just really didn't feel that great today. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know, folks. I think something's going on. I'm going to have to take my butt to the doctors because... Okay, here's the story. Yesterday, Saturday, me and my roommate were outside, and I've been getting some reminders to like, hey, don't forget to pick your big watermelon you have in your watermelon patch. And I'm like, okay. So I said to Jimmy, I'm probably going to have to go over there and pick it. And I went over to go look at it and look at the stem and make sure, and it broke right away. So this sucker is huge. Wait for the video. It is big. Big, like 18 pound, 4 ounces. So he had the bathroom scale outside. I got on it and it told me I was 102, and my whole disposition changed. My whole disposition changed. I have anxiety. It's making me worry like that can't be possible. I moved here weighing 103. This would be the lowest weight I'm ever at, but yet I'm eating so much. So my disposition changed immediately yesterday when I saw that. And then Jimmy was like, well, you don't eat enough. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You're watching me eating 2 meals and then I eat something else at night. It's like I could go days before without eating, and now I don't do that anymore. And I'm really trying so hard to gain weight, but my anxiety gets me upset, you know, about my weight. Like, oh, something must be wrong with me. Maybe I have cancer and I'm dying because, you know, who can eat that much food and then not gain any weight? Today was icing on the cake when I saw my son, and then I said, do I look like I'm 102 pounds? And he said, yeah. So I don't know. I'm probably going to have to make an appointment at the doctor's and see what's going on. Let's see. Thumbs up, everyone. Show Melody some love. Oh, thank you so much. LP, you gals aren't alone at Yogi Hollow Farm. I too struggle with anxiety. It really gets in the way. Do you see me getting choked up? I'm like embarrassed. Because I started to say to my roommate, is it me? Am I having like a body image problem or something? I think everything that I went through, losing my home and like shuffling around, I guess I was okay. I thought I was okay, but I guess I'm just not okay, honestly. It's overwhelming here, and I'm fighting so hard to keep weight on. So that is why I spent money and got myself a different scale, because Jimmy says I had digital, and I keep telling him it's broke, it doesn't work right. So I don't know. So my anxiety is making my nerves run rampant when it comes to my weight. So that's the truth. That's what's going on. So when we were weighing that watermelon and it was so heavy for me to hold, I kind of got a little snappy with him because, you know, he's snarkled back at me, and I was like, don't do that to me. You know, and I said, no, I'm recording. And then he knows I've been eating really well, and he right away said, well, you're not eating enough. But I have my Fitbit watch. Truth be told, this is what I'm doing, a smaller fall gardening, because you see, let's see. So I'm doing a smaller fall gardening because I need to take a break. And I don't know. We'll have to see what that scale says on how much I weigh. And like I said, I am trying to eat, but maybe I can put on some weight over fall and winter time. We will have to see. Let's see. And thank you, LP. Now, Grandma at Yogi Hollow Farm, has he tried the lemon balm or another one? I can't wait to try the lemon balm. I just need somebody to give me some. Hold it together, Mel. Some directions. I don't know if it's a tablespoon. I did just buy these so that I could drink the tea. Do I look like I'm 102 pounds? Do I look like I'm 102 pounds? I can't be. Like, I just can't be 102 pounds. It's impossible. I got myself 2 tea bowls as well, so I can make the tea, but I need to know, is it like a tablespoon of tea? It came with 2 tea bowls, so that's exciting. And, yeah, so I'm just going through a little something. So to get back to what I was saying, I think my day was shot. After that happened, like, that watermelon was 18.4 pounds, and I should have just never stepped on the scale. And then I guess it was just weighing on me last night, and I didn't think that it was. But when you have anxiety, it woke me right up out of it. You know, I was sleeping like 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, and just haven't felt good since. So, let's see. Let me go back. I do not know about mixing cabbages, but we use green cabbage and ball fermenting kits with quart jars. Yeah, I don't have any weights. I probably shouldn't do any more fermenting until I have the proper equipment, maybe. With quart jars to do it 2 weeks or so, depending on whether it's colder, it takes longer, warmer, it's quicker. Mother Wort is another herb for people who have the type of anxiety that causes your heart to race. Oh, that's interesting. Melody, whenever you call me on Duo, it will go through here. Oh, really? I love Duo. It's the only way I see my granddaughter. LP says, oh, girl, I know what you mean. Your whole energy drops. I start to sweat. Probably not a bad idea to talk to your doc. Have you had your thyroid checked? See, that came up last year, too. She kept saying my numbers were off. But here's the crazy things. My number's off, meaning like I should be gaining weight. And I said that to her on the phone. I'm like, well, then I'd be gaining weight, right? She's like, yeah, and you're not. So if you go back to what had transpired, I was up at Chris's and I had to get my son up out of bed in the middle of the night to rush me to the hospital down here because I had severe pain in my back and everything like that. So while I was there, I mentioned that my MD kept saying my levels were off on my thyroid. So they checked it. And it came back in the normal realm, slightly overactive, which, you know, my metabolism was always high. So, you know, I did kind of have that checked out. I'd get tested for intestinal parasites. What is that? Scare me, mister. Oh, no, he's going to scare me about something else. No, but we can, thanks for info. Yeah, totally. Thank you for the info at Mountain Grandma. Yes, agreed. Get thyroid checked. I did. Never be embarrassed ever. Oh, I am. It's okay to not be okay. You're human. Yeah, but when you're alone by yourself, it's not real easy to, you might think like, well, you're not alone. You have a roommate. No, I live alone pretty much. It's hard when you don't have anybody to talk to. And then it's like, you go to try to talk to a friend and it's like, oh, well, you should seek help. No, maybe I just need a friend, a shoulder to cry on. Not everything's requiring a psychiatrist or a therapist. I went through a lot, and I just think my body's having a hard time bouncing back from it. Beam me up, Mr. Scott says, yep, we are all human. Mel Graham says, anytime at Yogi Hollow Farm, beam me up, Mr. Scott, with the winky face. Melody, be you, and take care of yourself. Yeah, important. I'm trying. Agreed at Yogi Hollow Farm. Proud Mom. Hello, Proud Mom. How are you? Long time no see. Hello, everyone. Love you, Mel. From Maine here. Love you, too. Miss our little chats. Melody, you have been going nonstop with that garden. Take a break. Yeah, no kidding. That's what I was going to tell you. My Fitbit watch was telling me that I was doing 5,000 steps a day. And the calories I was burning off was like 4,000 and something, which obviously, even though I'm eating more, I'm burning off more than I'm actually putting on. So take a break. Do you first, Melody? We all understand and love you. Oh, I so appreciate it. Hello, Proud Mom 1966 says LP, our thoughts synced at Yogi Hollow Farm. Oh, you guys are great. Yeah, for sure. Beat me up, Mr. Scott. Paul Honeyman, see, that ass has about 75 pounds by itself. Laugh out loud. Oh, he kills me. Welcome to my friend, Paul Honeyman. Always makes me laugh. That's probably about all I got going on is butt. Let's see. Paul's funny. Melody, take care of yourself, boo thing. Oh, I'm trying. I have cabbage fermenting in my crock pot. Well, that's cool. It's worked every time I've tried. Never tried red kind. If you are overactive, get checked again. You won't gain weight if overactive. Very true. Get your thyroid checked again. If your numbers were off, there might be something there that needs to be looked into more thoroughly. I had my thyroid checked and it was a little off. Then it was normal. Then it was off. My doc said since I was super tired, she wanted me on meds. Huh. Oh, look at you, Lisa. You are a great, Melody. These are awesome. I was underactive, so losing weight was more difficult. Yeah, I've always been thin as a rail my whole life. This has just been about the worst. Have been on thyroid meds since I was 24. Stuff happens and I'm fat because of it. Laugh out loud. Lisa. Oh my goodness. Listen. We all come in all different shapes and sizes. I say this all the time. Love me because I'm a skeleton. I have friends that are heavier. I have friends of all races and different nationalities. And I just love everyone. I would take some of that with no problem. Chris seems to think I don't know, Chris seems to think I'm looking better. It's just confusing. I feel like I'm ready to open that box right now and get on it and see what it tells me. And, it's driving me nuts. Lisa, you're not fat. You're just pleasantly plump and beautiful. Listen, nobody wants to hold on to something that's bone, do they? 6 foot 290, says Cosmic Cultivators. I am 8. Oh my gosh. I'm 5'8.5". The most weight, honestly, and I've had, gave birth to 3 kids. The most I ever weighed was $130, and that was with my Johnny, the one that was over here tonight. But I fought my whole life to keep weight on, always fighting. But now I'm worrying, is it like, is the scale broken? Is it me? Am I having a body image problem at my age? That's ridiculous. Am I seeing something that someone else doesn't see? Chris thinks I look great. Jimmy says there's no way you could be weighing that. You looked very sickly when you got here. So, needless to say, if it helps you, Mel, you have more of a cushy booty now than you did. That's what Chris says. Wanted to make you laugh, girl. You're not kidding. Yeah, let's talk about this butt, okay? Now, I got a little something, but I'm just, I don't think, you could always see my ribs. But, it is what it is. I can't get this off. I forgot to burp it for like a week. These all make me laugh. Look at LP's putting the crying emoji. Hey, girl, I am great with who I am. Gotta have fun. Amen. Normally, I'm usually so comfortable within my own skin. I'm outspoken, strong-minded, strong-willed woman. But if you get knocked down or you get hurt by people that you thought really cared for you, it's like, it gets tough. I lost my home during the virus. It was like, you got 60 days to get out. It was like, I bounced all over. That really did something to me, but I always bounce back. And I just don't understand why I'm crying a lot lately. Well, what's your average weight? My average weight has been, I can't get this open. Look at this. It will not budge. I've been $120 or like anywhere between 110, 115 on a really good, month or year or whatever. I'm 120. But I'm just trying to set a realistic goal and get to 110 because I was 108.6. Let me see. The beauty is inside. That's so true. Thank you, Farm and Havoc. Damn it, Mel. Every time you show your ass off, I feel hungry. I can't. Welcome to my moderator. Look in the mirror and say, I love me. Yeah, and that's a lot to deal with. Anyone would feel that way. Wait. Let me go back. Would feel that way after all you've been through. Message me on IG. I will, Lisa, for sure. LP says that is tough, Melody. You've dealt with a lot. Give yourself some slack. I try, but, I don't want to have a live where I'm getting upset, but I'm human. And it's like, I got to see my son tonight. I said to Jimmy, let me see how things go for like a year because something's going on. My grandson used to come over. He's not coming over. He doesn't even pick up the phone. My Jared doesn't even come and see me. I think that's affecting me. because, you know, I'm a grizzly bear mom. I love my kids. And, you know, it's just hard for me. I'm like, are they not coming here because it's here? And Johnny says, no, I've just been busy with work. My youngest, Jared, is 22, and he's in love. So, you know, I have to be realistic and take those things into consideration. And then, you know, I had a very close relationship with a friend, and I just felt like it was, I don't know. If this friend cared about me as much as they claimed they did, well, then where are they? That's how I look at that. Maybe you need to put together a meditation spot in your garden. No joke. Well, let me tell you about that garden. Melody, all normal feelings. It's just hard. Let's see. Hi, Bake a Leg and Let's Dig at Homestead and everyone in the chat. Hi, Joe, Garden State Gardener. Just having a woman moment. And I don't know how I'm supposed to get this off. It's literally stuck. I didn't burp it for a week. I'm just having something going on. But it's been going on for about a month. This literally doesn't want to come off. Is this going to like explode and hit the ceiling? Check out Joe, Garden State Garden. Okay, there's this link. Hello, Joe. Everybody's saying hello to Joe. Melody, we are all here pulling for you. Life is tough and you are dealing with the best you can. Yeah, and I have this going on. You know, it's giving me like nightmares at night. Yes, it's affecting you. All of that is stressful, painful, anxiety feeding. You've acknowledged it now. What would help? Okay, I'm back. What would help? Probably seeing my son Jared, like the boys, a little bit more often. And gaining weight, that would help. I liked your live tonight, Joe. The whole thing was really good. I was in there the whole time, even while I was in taking a shower. Let me go back and see. New Hampshire Seabrook, USA. What did I miss? Hold on. Proud Mom, New Hampshire, question mark. Hello, neighbor. Melody, we are all pulling for you. Life's tough. You are dealing with the best you can. Okay, I read that one. Rockstar stuff happens. Oops. Past step one. It's okay, Melody. Take your time. Agree to beat me up, Mr. Scott. Mel, you need a pipe wrench for that jar. I need something. I need a man in my life to do something for once. Besides always wanting something. Yeah, I need something. I can't get it open to save my life. I'm sending you hugs, Mel. Love you, Proud Mom. You're great. Melody, okay. And pamper yourself. What is that? What is that really? I have no idea what pampering myself is. Hello, Joe. He says, Red Road. Chances are your stress is eating more than you are. Have you told your son how you feel? If not, do it. If he has a phone, that'd be great. Hugs, X's and O's. Exactly. You need to. My grandma suffered from depression and my mom wished she knew more. When Gima died, Mom read her journals and was heartbroken and she didn't know. I mean, I'm going to keep it real with you. It's like I did say to Johnny. I didn't want to say too much because I don't want him to not come back over, but it was fun. Like, we cooked together. We did a video together for the eggplant sandwiches. He just kind of didn't want his face to be shown because he was out last night having a good time. And, you know, he's 26. And I said to him, like, what is going on here? Is it because I live here? Like, what if, God forbid, I mean, I think like this, what if, God forbid, you know, I got the V, or something bad happened. Like, I've always raised just to always do the right thing and never live with regret. That kind of stuff keeps me up at night. So, I mean, Jimmy really tries to help, because I'm like, Jim, I don't know if it's the way the house is or what it is, but these boys, I'm trying to pull this house together too. I mean, I'm not even moved in. I have a couple pieces of my furniture and some of my things, but not all of it. I have a whole storage unit full that I wanted to get out of there before winter time, and I'm just overwhelmed. Okay, I'm setting up telescope. We'll be listening. You know what? Maybe I need a good pair of binoculars or a telescope myself to find some type of peaceful hobby besides gardening, because this year gardening was not peaceful for me. Yeah, I'm going to like whack this with a lid or grab something, see if I can get it open. Paul Honeyman says, look out, Mel. Cosmic Cultivator is aiming his telescope at your window. You're too much. You're too funny. Way too funny. If I can find this thing, that would be awesome. Great, now that I need it, where is it? I might need a sledgehammer. This probably won't even work. Okay, Melody, I'm going to be real. My son is 29, and sadly, visiting me is not a priority, so it makes me sad. My granddaughter is going to be 4. I'm going through that with my daughter. I really am, 4 this year, but I am always there for them. Yep, same here. Same here. My grandson, I guess because, you know, I think he tried out and he didn't make it. And then they asked him if he wanted to be kicker for the football team. And I'm going to keep it real with you all too. He had a game, and but he didn't play. But it's not the point. I called my daughter tonight, and I was like, "Oh, so did my invitation get lost in the mail? I'm his mom, like." And she's like, "Oh, he didn't play." And Johnny said he only stayed a couple minutes. My son told me that too. And Jared and Lindsay didn't make it. And I said, okay, when's his next game? So tomorrow's his next game, but it's away. The following Monday, he has the game here local. I'm just going to have to start shoving myself down their throats, these kids, because I don't know how else to get it open, folks. This won't even work. Am I feeling some liquid? Let me say. My whole life is going to be about this crazy lady trying to get... Nope. It won't work. It's not coming off. I can't believe it. I forgot to burp the thing. I need like a real burper type of situation going on here. Yeah, it's sad, Yogi, because, well, Lisa, I know. Believe me, I could tell you some stories. So my heart is with you as well. Do you play KSP, Cosmetic Cultivators? Oh, you want to hear something else too that I do? But unfortunately, I have to get my hands on a laptop because I have no way to rip my phone. 2, for Christmas, not this year, the year before, but then it was missing because it was in storage because I lost my home. I went into the room at night. I guess I scared my Yorkie, and she jumped up at me, and some of the coffee went into my brand new Xbox system. The 1S, I guess. So I kept saying S1. Everybody's like, you're saying it wrong. That's how I watch everybody's channels. I've done everything. I've dried it. I've done everything. It has no volume, and the print's real small on a brand new system. So what the heck? And then it was like this week trying to process. It's like my Vidalia onion chopper broke. Then I had that incident with the Ninja. But they were really, really great about getting back to me very, very quickly. Ninja. I mean, I got that piece in under 24 hours. So I'm going to do it really good. But anyway, so the birds around here are gorgeous. So I want to feed the birds, and I guess maybe I'll bird watch. I don't know. Besides, try to move in. I mean, I talked to Jimmy. I told him, you know, the Thomas and I had a talk, and let's see how I feel in a year. So that'd be a lot of work considering I built that garden. So I told Jimmy not to take it personal. Okay, I quit. I can't get it open. Take a look and let's dig it. Homestead. Sorry, I missed it. How old is your son? My firstborn son, John Anthony, is 26. And the baby, for me, who was my preemie, so, you know, you have that attachment. Jared just turned 22. He and his girlfriend have an apartment now. But a little before I lost my home, I had Jared, of course, living with me. And then his girlfriend moved in because I'm just like that. And then she had moved out. And then my son moved out and moved in with my daughter, which I couldn't stand that whole thing. But moved in there. And sometimes I feel like now he's going over there as if my daughter's house is like his home. Because he lived there for like a year. When isn't home where your mama is? So I even called him today to invite him over for dinner to let him know Johnny was coming. And he said, hey, you called? I'm at work. And I said, I need to see you ASAP. He didn't say nothing back. And then I wrote, call me when you get a chance, which means I won't get a call. And that's the baby. So my daughter is not like her mama, for sure. My daughter is 30... 1986, I can't even think. She's either 35 or 36. Let's see. I have to go back up. I would love to have like a telescope and look at the planets. You should see the sunsets and the moon around here. It was just awesome. Jupiter and Saturn feature in the night sky lately. Thanks to LP. LP with Purple Heart. LP's great, isn't he, Yogi? LP should have a channel. LP doesn't even have Instagram. It's like, how am I supposed to get in touch with LP? Beam me out, Mr. Scotty. That is correct, and that is what I am aiming for tonight. I got new imaging software for my computer, and hopefully I can get some good shots. That would be awesome. Let's go back to the factor that they did their Monticello challenge. Gina did fantastic, and I got to say this, Chris, you got a hard one with the anisette. I wouldn't have known what to do. Mine's not much easier. Mine's the jalapeno vinaigrette. And the only thing I could find or think of is I made you something with Brussels sprouts with mine. Mountain Grandma says, darn it, a Yogi Hollow Farm and Mel, our kids, are why we haven't moved yet. We can't stand to be away from our kids and grandbabies. Yep. Amen, Mountain Grandma. You said Dodo. Awesome. Maybe you can set up some kind of regular date with them. Start slow once every couple of weeks. We used to have Sunday dinner together all the time. So it's just been a lot of change. When you have anxiety, people that have anxiety don't like change. This is change. Not having them come over for Sunday dinners anymore is change. So it's hard. But I was keeping a little secret that I was like crying constantly. And like, I think it was like part of July into August, and couldn't figure out why. I don't know. Let me see. You say Dodo. Yeah, for sure, Mom, Grandma. Mom passed away in August with dementia. So did my mother-in-law, and she was my best friend. And I had asked my kid to go see her for years, and I would pay. He saw her on her deathbed, sadly. That is so sad, Lisa. LP says, in the meantime, make that garden in a way that helps you. Have you heard of a sensory garden? No, I haven't heard of a sensory garden. And usually my garden is like my... it's therapeutic for me. This year it was not therapeutic for me at all. I built a garden. I never built a garden like that before by myself. I was so sore and hurt in places I didn't even think a person could ever hurt before. And I just felt like the harvest came on. I asked my roommate if he felt like that happened too, and he said, yeah. Sensor Garden's interesting. Yogi Hollow Farm, that is so sad. Yep, I agree. So sorry, people are saying. Yep, considering he was raised better than that. Small family, he just seems so immature, honestly. Yeah, I mean... I hear you there, Lisa. Yes, I do. Laugh out loud, says LP. The dimension on Insta. Oh, well, leave me that. Well, find me and write me a message on Instagram. LP is amazing. I know, always. I made a video on my shishito peppers that time and thought it was Cece that wanted it, and here it was LP that wanted it. I totally flubbered that. We're friends on there. I'm trying that kind of social first, see if I want to do YouTube. Well, leave me a message on there, LP, because I think I looked for you before and I couldn't find you. Agreed, so hopefully he grows up. Yeah, I thought that about my daughter too. She's up there in age. I said, you're his mother. Why are you not being like, show some respect and call your mom? So, yeah, I go through that. At LP, a lot of us on YouTube don't do Insta. I've never had a use for it myself. They say you can make money off of Instagram when you're affiliated with YouTube. I just had so many problems with phones this summer as well. And then when I was finally able to get onto Instagram, it wouldn't let me upload. Like most of the whole summer. That's like all my pictures of my whole garden and, you know, foods and everything. I'm going to have to upload like a lunatic all at once. You gals are very kind. Thank you. Honestly, I feel privileged to give back. I can be exhausting for other people because of my anxiety. It makes me selfish. It makes me just want to stop worrying. Aw, LP, we could chit chat. We'll be anxious together. No, people that have anxiety like to talk, and that's just normal. It doesn't make you selfish. He will at Yogi Hook, but just maybe is not as soon as we would like. Yep, that's the sad thing about that, Mountain Grandma. And sometimes that means I miss when other people need help. So if I can share and help and I'm not tripping out, boom. I feel like I'm very good at helping a lot of people, and then sometimes I have to worry about myself. So, wait, let me, oh, what just happened? There it is. Oh, gotta bring it back. Oh, I just saw that LP just popped up on the phone, and I couldn't see the live, but that's awesome. And sometimes that means miss when other people need help. Paul Honeyman. Oh, really? Okay. For sure. And Mountain Grandma. Barb's Country. Barb's Country Home. She's such a sweet person. I got a sticker from her. I did the video like mail call. And like I said, the gazillion problems added to my list, right? So I have to do a different shout out video for Barb who sent me a sticker. Because I love it. I think her sticker is great. Tiffany Q2U says, good evening. Hi, Tiff. How are you? Hi at Barb's Country Home. Hello, Barb's Country Home. Everybody's saying hello. Everybody's saying hello. So that's crazy. Any suggestions on how to get this lid off? Look at it. I put dents in it. Sorry, not doing mod stuff, Melody. Trying to get this video out. No worries. Paul Honeyman's in here. Usually my mods are Paul Honeyman and Boone Child, but Boone's probably busy tonight, and that's okay. Barb's Country Home says, hey, Yogi. Cosmic Cultivators. I just got their email. You know, it's like, I think it was Google Photos, went so far back in my life and uploaded to my phone the other day. That was the other thing that was consuming me. You don't have no space. You have no space for emails. I'm like, I just saw an email from Joe a little ways back and responded back. I missed an email from the Vineyard Chicks about stickers. I mean, it's just terrible. You might have to sacrifice the lid and punch a hole in the top if it's to release the pressure. Really? Oh my goodness. Is it safe to do? A pointy knife or like a butter knife? I would assume you're meaning like, wow, I dented that. Look at that. Ooh. You might have to, okay. I understand how much just a little time counts. How many of us say, I'll do X or call that person when I get more time, forgetting that even 5 minutes counts? That's so true, LP, so true. There's Paul posting Barb's Country Home. I would try an old-fashioned can opener. I'm going to get a steak knife, so let's try this on YouTube. This should be fun. Ready? Okay, I made some holes in it. Still nothing. Maybe the hole wasn't big enough. This is crazy. It's the ring. Because the hole, look, the lid in there actually is moving, but this is not. Wow. I think I need to get a fermenting kit eventually, because I really need to get a laptop and I have to replace a system. It's just a lot. It's very overwhelming for me. So I do everything here. Careful, please, says Beam Me Up, Mr. Scotty. Oh my God. What did I walk in on? Vandal the land. I'm trying. I haven't burped it in a week and the lid's stuck. Cosmic Cultivators is laughing. Hello. Richard Quick. Hello. Oh, taking off the top. Mom and Dad used to take rubber bands and put them on the top to help turn the top. Usually nutcrackers can do that. You know, did you ever use nutcrackers on like a 2-liter bottle of soda? Oh my, I can't get over this. Sorry, I owe you a lid. You're just too funny. Hey, Vandal's in the house, says Paul. Yes, he is. Moonspouts, hello all. How are you? Welcome. Happy Sunday. Mountain Grandma says, my husband said it run under hot water for a minute or two. Really? All right. I'm determined to get this off tonight. There's so much to do. But welcome everybody that's coming in. Vanilla says, yup, yup. Barb, did you see my pumpkin syrup? Instead of having to get expensive drinks from Starbucks, folks. And I made homemade tomato soup. What else did I make? Oh yeah, this stuff here, which was singeing my nose. I made some sweet pepper jelly jam. I forget how many I got, but it broke my video into two. So you just have to love me a lot to really watch a video in 2 parts. And Little Land says, yup, yup. Okay. Beam Me Out, Mr. Scott saying the same thing. Running underwater. The top under hot water. You know, it's funny. I could smell it. Did anyone see Epic Gardeners Live, in which there was a helicopter flying around on a manhunt, calling out the person's description on a manhunt? Man, live shows can be quite entertaining. Epic Gardener. Epic Gardener's the one in San Francisco? You people are weird. Tonight's a weird one, for sure. Let's try the hot water trick. Just need hot water. See if I can get this sucker off of here. Where's the nutcrackers? Work, I'm not doing it anymore. If this doesn't work, I'm not doing it anymore. I think he's in San Diego. Yep, I know exactly who you're talking about because I watch his channel. That's nuts. Wonder if they're looking for that guy. I don't even know. All that's just craziness. I don't even watch news anymore because it's just so disturbing. I ran it under hot water. Looks great. I'm on my way to your house. I need some sweet pepper jelly jam and cowboy. Yum. I have more peppers. Please come to my house because I can't stand to breathe it in anymore. Now I got the whole thing wet. Hey, we all got our own pace. True. Hello at Richard Quick. Vandal the Land. Garden State Gardener, says LP. Hit the thumbs up and show Melody some love. Yeah, this blubbering idiot tonight. Richard Quick says, hello, LP. Hello, Richard Quick. How are you? LP says, hello to Tiffany. I like Tiffany. She's really, really nice. Yeah, this is turning into a disaster. I can't get it open. am like so persistent, aren't I? But it just will not work. Oh, Mountain Grandma's leaving. Bye, Mountain Grandma. I'm not always like this. I'm just having a little bit of an emotional night. Maybe because I saw my son. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I know. I just have a lot going on. So let's just keep it real. But thank you for coming. You're awesome. If you're not subscribed now, please consider to do so. Don't forget to hit the bell to get all of our updates. Oh, that is so nice of her to say that. Paul, you might have to get fired, my friend. You never say that. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Paul is my buddy. Tap around the ring lightly. Look what I did. Tiffany says tap around the ring lightly. Look. I mean, do I want my fermented cabbage bad enough? Joe, I sent you a thing, an email. I'm not sure if you got it, about me being in your live. I think I had to send you an email if I wanted to be on the wheel. And I don't think that you received it. Okay. It's not working. Female Mr. Scott puts peace, love, heart. She did do that as Tiffany. Oh yeah, I've been doing that. Honestly, the rubber bands grab the metal and the rubber bands don't slip that much in your hand. Like a rubber band, or... Because I usually use like nutcrackers and it won't fit around there. Oh wow, I must come in after that. I didn't get that email. Yeah, so here on out, do I have to send you an email every week? Or you want to just put me on the wheel? People were turning down that cake and I was like, oh, this person over here who's trying to gain weight ever so badly would have loved to have had that cake. Believe me, you know. It's like using the tool for changing the oil filter. Richard Quick says, I'm so sorry. I'm goofy tonight. I have a wrench that takes off stuck oil filters. That's what you need. Yeah, well, I need a man maybe to come over here and get it off. Because this is dangerous. Now I popped a hole in it. Yes, there is a subscription video every week. I know. I caught on to that. It's not working. I quit. I guess I'm not going to get my fermented cabbage after all. I'll put the nutcrackers away. Bring back bad memories. Laugh. Paul, what? These nutcrackers give you like nightmares? That's so funny. Hedgehog's Homestead. Hello, happy Sunday. We're just being goofy-fied in here. Our kids will make us crazy in our own heads. Whew. So true. It just breaks my heart, that's all. I felt loud. Paul, behave, haha, she says. You heard Red Road Homestead. All right, that's it. I'm just going to sincerely just do what Cosmic Cultivator said. Look, the lid's spinning. But that's not where the problem's at. The problem's under the ring. Oh, did I get it? Oh, no, I didn't. I thought I almost had that sucker. This blows up and breaks the light. Could you imagine on live? Brings tears to my eyes, Mel. Ready? It brings tears to his eyes. I'm going to send you one for Christmas, my friend. Hello, everybody in the chat. It says Hedgehog's Homestead. LP saying hello. You're scaring me, Mel. Oof. Vandal the Land. Hello, Garden State Gardener. I was driving, couldn't chat back right away. Beam me on, Mr. Scott. Did you try hot water? On my mother-in-law and my mom in heaven, I did. I tried, my friends. I did try. I don't even think my roommate could even get this off. It's really on there. Did you try hot water? I did. Hi, Paul Honeyman. You know what? I don't know if there's something going on. Can I keep it real? I say hello to Brambling with the Broms. He was always in my life. He doesn't even say hello back anymore. Like, did I say something offensive? Did I do something? Did I not watch a video? I don't know. All the bells and whistles. Hello, Hedgehog's Homestead. So yeah, I don't know. It doesn't want to come off. But how about my big pepper? I guess I got to measure some big peppers for YouTube. Well, for Shed Wars. And a big shout out to Indiana Gardner who's trying to work on Well, actually, let me think. Because, you know, my brain doesn't think quick anymore. I have a gazillion things on my plate right now. Bushcraft Family sent me like a picture one night. It was like, hey, I heard you were thinking about maybe doing stickers, you know. If you like it, that's cool. So he came out with this little logo type of thing right there, which I think is pretty cool. So I had Adrian trying to do a little work on this, maybe make the head up a little bit more and a little bit smaller, and there's too much green. So she's going to work on that, maybe put some pops of color in there. So she sent me out a bunch, and I was like, girl, like to pick from all different like sizes and stuff. They're not actually stickers. But yeah, I was like, you should have saved the stamp. And she was like, girl, are you kidding me? The stamp was only 55 cents or something like that. So she's working on it for me. Hi Farm and Havoc. All bells and whistles, still no cabbage. That's true. Hi LG. Hello LG. That tool for the oil filter would probably work. I don't even know what tool you're talking about, Tiff. Would probably work. Not that it helps you right now. Garden State Gardener says, nice. Yeah, so I don't know. What do you think? This might be in it as an actual sticker for my channel. Boone thinks it's great because I'm funny. She thinks it's up my alley. Instead of Bake-A-Lay. Like, I got my title, my channel name, in case you're new here. I was reading something that says try to have a little bit of a sense of humor. So I was thinking about baking, and I was like, instead of break a leg, how about bake a leg? And then my grandson said, Mom, let's dig it. And that's kind of how I ended up with bake a leg and let's dig it. And then Homestead was added onto it like 2-3 months after I started YouTube. So yeah, that's where I got my name from. I like Indiana Backyard Gardener, says LP. Yep, Adrian's so nice. Now I'm in Walmart parking lot, just sat in the car on my phone like a weirdo. My chicken #shorts video hit 21K today. Yay, Barb! I have a couple that hit, I don't know if it was 21K. I have 2 gardening and a bikini top. What was that? Like last year when I was floating everywhere because I lost my home during the virus. It was either die of a heat stroke. Only one woman said, I'm so disappointed in her. And you know me, I had said, well, my mom is not. It was either, you know, I was wearing shorts. It was like either die of a heat stroke or wear a bikini top and get wet with the hose. And so that did well, which is weird, you know what I mean by that. And then the dollar store towers did really, really well. They're up there a bit, but congratulations, my friend, at Barb's Country Home. That is awesome. Very awesome. Now I'm, okay, I read that. Thank you, Red Road. Hello, Hedgehog's Homestead. Been to the land. If that makes you a weirdo, I'm a queen. That's funny. Be right back, Melody. Okay, Lisa. Yeah, everyone loves chicken videos. That's great. Barb, says Tiffany. Awesome. Barb, I love that sticker, but it should be in the shape of a tomato. I was thinking that. Oh, I was thinking that. I don't like to bother her like that, though. She's doing me a favor. I guess she won't mind. She says she could fit 15 on a sheet. So, Indiana Backyard Gardener, Adrian, if you are watching this back, or anyone watches this back, I'm sorry about the beginning. I'm just a little overwhelmed. But yeah, maybe a tomato. Good idea, right? Congratulations, says Hedgehog Homestead at Barb's Country Home. Leroy Jenkins, impression. At least I got chicken. I hope at least one person gets the reference. I got it. Van on the Land says, oh, you're the one always see on their phone when you're shopping at LP. Now the hard part, just tribulate. LP, it's Cosmic Cultivators. The Cosmic Cultivators, did you find Uranus? That's funny. That's a good channel, actually. It's a very good channel. So, yeah. So, how was everyone's weekend? So, try everybody. New to the room. New to the room. Like new people to the room. Richard, quick. Gotta go, but just had to come by, get you a thumbs up, and I'll watch you later. Oh, Richard, thank you so much for coming in. It's not usually this strange and this weird. Just having a little bit of an emotional night tonight. You know, we're all human. But I really do appreciate you coming in, and please come back again. Instead of watching like the crazy redhead who can't get the lid off of her first time fermentation. I knew a week ago it was probably done. Now look what I gone and did. I messed it up. But thank you, Richard Quick, for coming in. I really appreciate that. Have a great night and have a fantastic week. Tiffany says, hi, Cosmic Cultivators. I forgot twice in that last chat. Peace, love to all, says Cosmic. My weekend went fine, Mel. I opened all my jars, no problem. Oh, that's not right. Good night, Richard Quick, says Farm and Havoc. Hello, Tiffany Q, says Hedgehog Homestead. So all your lids came off great. Such a wise guy, isn't he? He's such a wise guy. Well, can you get my lid off? Look at, I mangled this sucker. I don't know. Should I stick a knife under here? There's a piece of like paper towel under there. Maybe that's the problem. So yeah, so for the new people that came in, I was talking about earlier, my son came over. We made eggplant sandwiches with no bread. So if you want to know what that's about, you're going to have to stay tuned. Please watch the videos. I'm noticing a lot less comments lately. I don't know what's going on with that. So the comments help my channel. I really would appreciate if you comment. And then I did this video for fall, which is the pumpkin syrup. It got so much thicker being in the fridge. And I have a creamer that's coming out. Yeah, so me and my son did, somebody say hair dryer? Google said try a hair dryer. What? I think my daughter might have stole my hair dryer. I never even blow dry my hair anymore. I've had poker straight hair my entire life. I get older and now I have this wavy curl in my hair. It's funny. Hi, hedgehogs. Laugh out loud at Tiffany Q. Q to you. I just feel the need to mention yet again, I'm scared by the mankini. Just saying. Oh my goodness. That is funny. That was actually funny. So yeah. Any other suggestions? Yeah, sorry, Melody, I'm behind on your videos. I know. And if I'm behind on anyone else's, please don't get mad at me. I have a lot going on personally and physically. And, you know, this just came in the mail. Literally was sitting outside in the dark, notified my phone. I ordered myself a scale off of Walmart. I can see how my weight is doing. But I bought something for myself about a week ago, and it hasn't even made me even happy. So that's how you something's going on. But it's cute, though. Want to see? I got it for... See, when I decorate for fall, my fall is my Thanksgiving. So I purchased this, which is pumpkins, apple cider, hay rides, leaves, bonfires, candy corn, sweaters, fuzzy socks, cuddling, and crisp air. But I didn't know when you turned it over, it said apple orchard, pick your own, 25 cents. So I thought that was cute. Yeah. So my roommate's the one that saw that it said apples on the other side because, you know, I just ain't all there lately. What can I say? True same. But you know what? I feel like, well, I just destroyed it. I mean, not intentionally. And my son was here today. He was supposed to be here 3 weeks ago to pick up my system because some coffee went in it because my dog jumped at me. And you have to remember my roommate works during the day. So I have my two, my little one, Sophie's the one that sounds like a pig in the background because she has that backward sneeze. And she's back there whimpering now. The dog has separational anxiety, I kid you not. Mel, the idea with the hair dryer is to just heat the ring of the lid to expand the metal. Then with the kitchen towel, twist it to save your hand being scalded. Huh. Not funny to family. There's no rewind, erase button in the brain. Scars, I tell you. Oh, I hear you. Winter is planning time, yeah, and it's still warm thumbing time. So I figured, you know, my son would have taken it today and hopefully fixed it. No, not really. He left it here, so I'm having a problem watching, unless I go on my phone, which, and again, this is like my third phone. So yeah, with fall and winter, I'll be like stalking all your channels. You'd be like, that crazy bake a leg and let's take it on every one of my videos. But I just feel like, you know, everything's been so time consuming and so much to do, you know, like I'm still not even done preserving the harvest. It's like, I just need some help. It was a little bit much this year. That is cute. Oh, thanks, Hedgehog Homestead. Oh, poor pup. Yeah, she got that. She had a birth defect on her leg, and I paid like $6,000-$7,000 to have it fixed. She was a young puppy. She never had it prior to that. After that, she's made this backward sneeze, and she makes this weird pig noise all the time. It's embarrassing sometimes to put her on a leash because they're like, is that a pig you're walking? Or they're like, does she need water? Like, no, she's just like that all the time. We have a string of September birthdays, and after the last one, my mom starts Halloween decorations. I've already decorated for Halloween out front. I did that last Saturday. And the table, you can't really tell now, but I can show you some of it without me messing it up because I have stuff all over it at the moment. But this is the center of my table. I have some Halloween trees and bow and a hocus pocus. And this has little bat lights in it. Little bat lights are in here. And then a bow, just a little something for the dining room table. But I have everything that I dehydrated on the table. I was showing that at the beginning. And then I have these flickering light things. I don't have it on right now, but they flicker. I'm not trying to go all out, to be honest, because I just got done doing my shelf with all my jars. And to be honest with you, I have a pot out in the kitchen full of tomatoes. And I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get all those jars to fit on that silver shelf. That was redone, the silver shelf. 2 pieces of wood my roommate cut so that the little jars don't keep falling like over. And then I had to put all the jars back. Then I moved the pantry closet. Jimmy and I moved the pantry closet over. And that's just crazy. That's probably going to be like 2 days worth of work. So 2 pantry closets. The one's moved over next to the silver shelf. The other one's not because it's filled with food. I completely stocked up here. From the moment I got here, too, let's keep that in mind, that my roommate had no food whatsoever. None. And I stocked, let me see, 2 freezer boxes, 2 regular freezers, refrigerator. Like, I've stockpiled things, you know. I've been spending a lot of time trying to go out with this crazy world that we're in. I have been not having much success trying to get bread flour. So there's an Acme near here, which I don't really like to go in there. I think they're like uber expensive. But if I'm just running in to go get like whatever, it seems to be the only place I can find bread flour. So today it was on sale for $3, but every time I go in there, it's like $6 for a 5-pound bag. I think I now have either 3 or 4 5-pound bags. I'm trying to get to 25 or 50 pounds of bread flour before all the baking and everything comes in. So I just have a lot to do down there. I just saw the pumpkins at the store today. Well, that's late. Ours have been out for some time. Beam me out, Mr. Scott says I have taken that jar to the salon torch by now. LP says my dog had anxiety too. Yeah, I lost my long-term doggie. She was the family dog, Daff. That was traumatic. I bought Coco Chanel. She's a Yorkie, and she is an anxiety dog. What that means exactly is if you have anxiety, then she's supposed to come. She barely licks me or anything like that. But my Jared has panic disorder, so it's definitely in the blood. It's in the family, believe me. But I just happen to be the one that's allergic to serotonin. But if she's around my Jared, when he was sick, she would lick him to death and he would fall asleep. She don't really do that to me. And now I have Sophia, to where I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything because the dog, oh, this is her new trick she's doing. So if me and Jimmy go out front to go sit, and the dog, all three of the dogs, plus his dog, I have during the week, and she's a lot of work. She's a bigger dog, and I've been the only one that's been training her. My Sophia now can, even, I have to talk like this if I'm out front. She goes underneath the chicken wire and comes out front to the front door just to get me. She's a bad little doggy. My best friend is getting married in October. Supposedly it's going to be in Vegas. I'm terrified of Vegas. Oh my gosh. Yeah, beam me up, Mr. Scott. It's a scary world, but I don't know. Should we all live in fear? I mean, I've lived my life like that, and where has it gotten me, really? Mine's the last one, the 14th, so on the 15th, it's on. Well, my friend Chris always says, like, what did he just say? Where I was like, you're retarded. He said, November 1st, Christmas tree's going up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, don't even go there with me. Do not even do that. Well, my son just stole my piece of birthday cake. Smack his ass, this Paul Honeyman. Oh my goodness gracious. He's 6'1", how about a slingshot? And I run. my Johnny's about 5'9", maybe a little bit more, but my Jarrett, he's towers over me. I guess Jarrett's like 6 foot. My grandson sprouted like you wouldn't believe. His dad's tall. I'm tall. His pop-up used to be tall because his pop-up's in a wheelchair now. And Gavin is taller than my son, Jared, who's Uncle Jared. And they were walking down the river one time. I think the last time Jared was over was that Memorial Weekend, 4th of July weekend. I think we did a barbecue after the 4th of July. And he towers over my own son. It's just crazy. RV weekends, hello. Time for bed, but I wanted to say hello. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday. How are you? I saw you in Lisa's on her panel. That was interesting, right? Interesting conversations. Let me see. Let me go back. He's my best friend. I ain't going to leave him hanging. No, absolutely not, Mr. I tried to say Mr. Beam me up. I agree. Don't leave him hanging and don't live in fear. God's got you. Paul says, laugh out loud at Tiffany. Q to you. Nope. Show him he ain't too big. Laugh out loud. Thank you, RV Weekends, for coming in. Garden State Gardener says, so true. You live in fear, you get nowhere. That's so true. I'll probably be the best man. His brother just got out of the hospital. He was on a ventilator for almost a month. Oh, my Lord. That is so sad. Sorry to hear that. Tiffany says, Paul, a spatula snapped in half over his butt. He laughed at me and said, buns of steel. Oh, my gosh, Tiffany. That's my 26-year-old. And playing around, we would run around, and I would get him with, like, a wooden spoon from the dollar store, and he'd be like, Jar, aren't the mosquitoes biting? Or... you know, because they get big, and I'm like, you're never too big. But if I have to stand on a ladder, I'm going to knock the crap right out of you. I never had to do that with my sons. My son's really, really, really well behaved. My most problem child was my daughter because she's gorgeous. And, you know, that can cause some problems when they're teenagers. You know, you have to stand at your front door with a baseball bat. Where to begin homestead? Good evening, friends. Hello, happy Sunday. How are you? Oh, dang. Oh, let me go back to LP. He says, oh, dang, and beat me up, Mr. Scott. Glad to hear he made it off. Yeah, me too. I had so much fun. I know. And then they would say at the end, when you did get off, they didn't want to get off. She's like, I'm so tired. And they're like, did you ever hear, like, you hang up first. No, you hang up first. That was so funny on Lisa's Live for her 500 subscriber giveaway. It was funny. Hi, where to begin, says Tiffany. Good night at RV Weekend, says LP. Laugh out loud at Tiffany Q to you and remind him he owes you a piece of cake. Hashtag LP. Hello, says RV Weekend. Hello, where to begin homestead. Pastime 84. Hello. Happy Sunday. They say hello, everyone. Tiffany says, my birthday is in a handful of days. I'll get more cake. But hide it, though. Paul says, hey, at Pastime 84. Pastime 84, hello. Everyone's saying hello to Pastime 84. Want your hands up. Hedgehog Homestead says, yes, I can. Hi, LP. My daughter was always really well behaved. My son is the poster child for the School of Hard Knocks. Not my sons. I'm taking 10 of them over one girl. And she's still the same way to this day. She just, I don't know. Funny, funny, funny. LP put like a girl. It's waving. That's funny. Hi, pastime, says Tiffany. So, yeah. So, how do you think this looks? And I have to apologize because, like I said, I've been having a lot of technical difficulties. This is my first time making this. It was supposed to be sweet and hot, you know, jelly jam. But I think my jalapenos were a little too hot. I left too many in with the seeds. But it should be interesting for this winter. And I think I did. I don't know. You have to look at the video. It's in 2 parts. It literally cut my video into 2 parts. I think I may have gotten 10 of these, maybe 15. So I did get that done, and that was horrible. My roommate came home. He was like, yeah, he smells peppers. I had the patio glass door open. I had the back door open. I had fans on. Whew. Peppers, boy, whew. I feel bad now for the pranks we played on her mom. We hid wasabi mustard chunks under her sushi when she went to the bathroom. What? I feel terrible now that I actually eat it. She's a great mom. Oh, LP, that's funny. Oh, we had our good times. Let me tell you. It's probably why it's so hard for me. We were just super duper close. We used to do crazy things. Even when they were like younger teenagers, I'm like, come on, let's go to Target. You just can pick out any Nerf gun you want. Make sure you get extra bullets. We'll turn off all the lights. And whoever gets shot first, game on. My son, Johnny, was funniest because he was laying like this down the flight of steps with the gun. You know, because it's pitch black in there. I had so much fun with the boys. I taught them how to fish. Their dad wasn't really around, so you do the math on that. I was mom and dad. Mother first, friend second. But they were great. They still are. They are very, very good men. You know, I am proud of them. I just don't think they get it. That I'm dismissing them, that's all. My goodness, LP, that's where it is. It says Hedgehog. Oh my gosh, am I saying it right? Hedgehog's Homestead. Jeez. Never get offended if I butcher someone's name. Or if I just strictly go by the channel, like I'm just getting used to Yogi Hollow Farm being Lisa. Like I'm just with names anymore. We were a little... says LP. Yeah, I wasn't though. I was adopted because my parents died young. My mom was 28 and I was 1 year old. My mom died of cerebral brain hemorrhage. My dad, I was 3 years old when my dad passed away and he was 33. Laugh out loud, I'm so bad at names. Laugh out loud, me too, Joe. I got a girl. It was nice being in your chat for a bit. A lot of work to do. Yeah, I still have lots going on. Maybe Joe would come over and like lend me a hand. Oh. And then after all this, I'm still processing, still preserving. Joe, since you're on here real quickly, have you ever heard of, if somebody was in here in the beginning like Paul or LP, what's it called? Kettle? Oh, shoot. Simple Living Alaska, I've said this before, is one of my favorite channels. They did this thing where you chop up bell peppers, you know, with some like banana peppers. You heat the brine up in the jar up, and you pack the peppers in there, and that's how it's like pickled, and you don't have to process it. Kettle cook is what I think I want to call it, but I'm wondering if that would work. Oh, Melody, I'm sorry. That's horrible. That's probably the start of your tension and anxiety. Tell me about it. Still hear Melody listening in. I know you are. Love you, Lisa. I'm sorry to hear that, Melody. Yeah, it's been a little bit of a rough deck of cards from day one, but that is the thing that gave me like that chip on my shoulder. You know, like I was in my own apartment. My kids have no clue what it was like. But, you know, I just prayed to God for a child. None of my kids were oopsies. But, you know, they had me. I was mom, dad, and everything else in between. And, but I was in my own apartment in the city. Like I moved from Mount Pocono down to the suburbs and then met my real brother, and that was terrible. And then I ended up living in the city and getting my own apartment at 15 and a half. I mean, I've been in some life or death situations, so, you know, that just bad people put me in. So yeah, it just made me who I am. I'm usually very strong-minded. I will stand up for myself. It's just a lot, you know. Sometimes you feel like you don't want to expose too much on YouTube, you know. But in the beginning of me moving here, if you can all remember back, I had trouble with the neighbor, you know, who was harassing me for 4 weeks. And we did the privacy fence because of that. And it's been, I mean, one of the neighbors said she was talking bad about me, but I don't even care. I don't even care at this point. But I was outside the other day, Friday. Isn't that just interesting? It was Friday. Friday morning, early, I was out there. I have cucumbers growing for fall, and I was bent down, and they have like a chocolate lab, and he's cute. I never say nothing bad or mean to the dog. And our dog came over towards the privacy fence and cried because he knew I was there. She didn't know I was there, and she went right over to the 3 dogs, was like, shut up. I felt like I was whack-a-mole. I picked my head right up like, who are you talking to like that? Because you know what? Now I'm at my breaking point where like I had it. This person bullied me for 4 weeks. I didn't say a word about it. I didn't mention it on YouTube, and then it slowly came out. And she's a real, it just got to the point where I just let her have it, literally. And I just think it's ridiculous. Like, grow up. Seriously, like, it got to the point where I was literally like, leave me alone, please. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave the dogs alone. What happened was she bent down when the landscapers were here, before the fence was here, and she had sticks, and she hit my dogs with these sticks. And the old Mel would have lunged over the fence at her. The new Mel is not like that. Both my sons were upset that I didn't do something in defense of my animals. And then after they said that, I cried for a couple days like, oh, I'm such a bad pet owner. Well, that came out the other day because my dogs and Trinity went running over and were barking. And, you know, animals know, I mean, like a good person or a bad person, they know. And my dog's very protective of me, and Trin is very protective of me now too. And they were like, "Arr!" at her. And she didn't know I was down there picking cucumbers and just got bent right down at that fence. Jimmy caught her before. This time though, she was like, shut up. And my defenses just kicked right in, and I popped up. I felt like I was the game whack-a-mole, you know, where you hit it on its head, because my head just popped up, and I was like, don't talk to the dogs like that. What's the matter with you? Needless to say, it just got pretty ugly. And here I am again at my age having to defend myself from somebody that's, you know, I mean, seriously. My whole adrenaline was going. It was like, you know, I grew up without parents. I've never gotten into trouble. You know, I raised my kids to be upstanding citizens of this country and to do the right thing and be respectful. And, you know, I was that grizzly bear mom. You know, I wasn't one of those moms where like, oh, my kids did no wrong. If my kids came and told me a story, I'm like, okay, well, what did you do? Before I go down and have to talk to the parent. So, you know, I just thought that that was absolutely ridiculous. And my nerves were shot after it. Like, this woman has no idea what, it's sort of that saying, you know, don't throw rocks at glass houses. You never know what battles other people are fighting. And I'm fighting a battle right now, my friends. And, you know, that just was so unfair to do that to me. And I don't want to have to yell. I don't want to have to defend myself anymore, you know, or my dogs, or she was talking like whatever. My one friend says, I just ignore it. It's just not worth it. I have ignored her. And then what happened? I was coming and crying over it. And that's just not who I am. So I basically told her to go, you know, pound sand. And she didn't even want to get away from the fence. It was terrible. I thought I was going to have to call the police. And finally, I just kept getting louder and louder, like, leave me alone. You know, my friend caught on to the fact that I was in the house and said, get out of the house and go outside before she thinks, you know, she beat you or whatever. She's got you scared to where you're going to stay in the house. And I'm like, this is just ridiculous. Like, act your age. I'm trying to act my age. I've avoided her at all costs. I'm not into this back and forth crap. Just leave me alone. Don't say anything to me. I don't say anything to you. But she keeps going after my dogs, and that's a problem. And they're my babies, and those dogs know when she comes out the door. So she was yelling at me like, I don't stop my dogs from barking. And Jimmy has my back totally. He says the dogs don't like her. She hit her with 6. And I had very quietly walked away one day and was like, Jimmy, can you get the dogs away from the fence? They're barking. He said when he went out there, she was bent down at the fence at the dogs. So that's just not normal behavior. It's just not normal. So leave it to me to have the kookadoodle next door, who also went to the neighbor and said I was all over YouTube saying she was bipolar, this, that, and the third. Listen, I didn't do that, but if the shoe fits, wear it. I finally snapped the other day. One of the neighbors said, oh, you'll feel good when you snap. I said, no, I won't. But I said to her, let me introduce myself. You got away with bullying me. She was telling me to move, leave my roommate here by himself, really talking badly about my roommate. And I introduced myself. I said, I let you, bully me and do what you did to my dogs for weeks on end. And you know what? Let me introduce you to myself. Hi, I'm Melody. And guess what? You just barked up the wrong bleeping tree. And that's literally what I said to her. I said, you better back off and leave me alone. And yeah, she was relentless. As long as she doesn't come on the property, there's no real reason for me to call the police or anything like that. But I think it's just, it's very creepy. Very, very creepy. And that would be as if that was my child. And she was with the landscaper at the time when she did it. And she's like, you're a liar, you're a liar. Am I a liar? Because I had my phone in my hand. And, so my roommate just thinks she's batshit crazy. So that also just happened to me on Friday. And that instantly got my nerves all going. And she has no idea what I'm dealing with over here and what I'm going through. You live your life and do whatever it is you do and just leave me alone. But I'm the girl that moved in who, blew her garden out of the water, and now she hates my guts. And that's a known fact. So let's see. That is what happened to me on Friday. And I think that was just this downward spiral to I'm single, and it's do I need a man to defend me? No. But don't patronize me if you're my friend. And I'm I'm not going to play victim anymore. I'm not going to keep coming in crying what this woman's doing to me. I forgot who I was. It was that part of me of defending myself just disappeared because I'm fighting some other battles. And suddenly she just put me in a position where I had no choice but to verbally fight back, If this was the old Mel 20 years ago, I would have just ripped her throat out, but it's not who I am anymore, So that was just tough. And, so I'm sure if you were in my shoes, when my dogs were hit by the sticks, I was did you ever get where you're so shocked that you just don't even move? I didn't even move. So for my friend to think, I should just be ignoring her or not, I have ignored her, and where did it get me? But I cried for days after that. What is wrong with me? I need to snap out of this. No one would get away with touching my children or hitting my dogs for sure. So apparently she's just a couple screws too loose for me, and I'm just not going to put up with it. And there's so many dogs in this neighborhood. My roommate said the same thing. Is she talking about other people's dogs that bark nonstop around here? Nope, she's just singling out the dogs here. Well, guess what? It's her to go in her house, he does have my back, but Jimmy's a very quiet individual. He's not mean to anyone. And for her to just, tell me I should move and this, that, and the third, just ridiculous. Totally ridiculous, my friends. So I worry about this might be a little too far ahead, but I'm trying to keep them away from there. It's where my sunflowers are, because God only knows if she would stick anything in between the fence, and if something happens to my dogs, I will literally die. So I'm just trying to keep my eyes peeled, but I don't want to look over my shoulder. I've done enough of that throughout my life. So let me go up. Okay, let's see. Melody, I'm sorry. That's horrible. That's probably the start of your tension and anxiety. Okay, that was from LP, and I did see that earlier. I came clean with my mom before she passed. She said she knew I was a bad kid, but never realized I was that bad and just smiled at me. Oh, Paul. LP says, Toodles at Hedgehog's Homestead. Laugh out loud. Wow, Paul Honeyman, it's okay to not always be strong. Trees are strong, but they bend. They break. We still admire them. We still love them. Oh, that's awesome. That's a good one, LP. LP says, oh, hell no. She hit your dogs with sticks? What the F? Yep. True story. On my mom in her grave and my mother-in-law, who was my best friend. Yes. Anyone hits my dogs with a stick and that stick goes straight up there. Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you something else very quickly. She stuck her husband on me. My back was turned. And he was like, did you throw a stick over in my yard? I'm like, dumbfounded. My roommate. We don't have any trees in the yard. Where am I getting the stick at? Like, ugh. Give me a break. Wow, that sucks. Bad neighbors. Never good. Nope. Pastime. Sorry you had to endure that. Thanks. Speed me out, Mr. Scott. I agree, Paul. I'd have to end up in jail. I thought about that. If she wouldn't have stopped and finally walked away because I had my phone in my hand, I thought, man, orange is not my color. I have ended up in jail. Laugh out loud, he says, Melody. I have dealt with the neighbor, my husband's nickname, pardon the term, psycho skank. The list of her wrongdoings is endless. I, too, just avoid her and her negativity whenever possible. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Tiffany then goes on to say, some people are miserable and only find happiness when they bring misery to others. Never let them win. The best punishment for them is for you to be happy. Amen, Tiff. Agreed. To avoid her, maybe even keep a record of the antics. Start a paper trail if you need be. I'm already on that, LP. Paul says, Melody, keep the hose handy, and when the dogs are being tortured in the garden by the fence, hose the fence. Huh. And then he says, hose the fence. Gotcha. And then smiley face. LP says, she's a waste of your time. Probably a good idea to keep your dogs away and safe. Yeah, I mean, this whole yard's my dogs, you know, and they like to go back to where the sunflowers is, which would be like the back part of my garden. But they only tend to really run over there when she comes out the door. It's like the lady that hit us with the sticks are out, and they go, all three of them, even Trinity, who's a Labrador, go running over like, rrr, you know, and I do tell them to stop barking. She's a waste of your time. Really good to keep dogs away from the state. Miss Cosmic Cultivator says, hi, Melody. I can't believe some people, it sucks, especially when it's a neighbor you have to deal with every day. I record everything and have proof of everything in case things escalate. Yeah, so I mean, I thought everything was good once Jimmy got that privacy fence, because my problem started before the privacy fence. And I mean, I'm not usually weak and cry, and I had just moved in. I went to my roommate and said, I'm not going to be able to live here. I'm going to have to move out. And he's like, you're not going anywhere because of her. And that's kind of how it was happening. She sucks, period. At time. Aw, it's Tom and Rhonda. Hi, my friends. How are you? Happy Sunday. It's Blue Beast Games. I just want to say one thing. I am best friends with your grandson. You are? Well, maybe you could tell my grandson to come see his mom, because I have not seen him at all. I would greatly appreciate that. That's amazing. Hi, Tom and Rhonda. That's Tom and Rhonda. She's too ladylike okay. That's Tom, not Rhonda. She's too ladylike to say that. Okay. Hi, Paul, he says. Oh, my God. Hi at home with Tom and Rhonda Howard. They're saying hello back. So, yeah, so unfortunately that did occur. You know, I was caught off guard. What are you going to do? But I'm not giving her any of the space in my head. But I did have to make a couple phone calls to get myself to calm down. Because I have not felt like that since I was probably in my 20s, where I knocked somebody the hell out. But you know, I was shaking from limb to limb. Like, I knew that was going to be trouble. I know me. And listen, I'm a lover, not a fighter anymore. So I didn't even bring it up to my son when he was here. And it just is what it is. I have ignored her all this time. I've gotten very good at that. But she just caught me, I guess, in a weak moment. And it seemed like I was practically begging her to just stop. The more I said, just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I escalated it and had to keep repeating myself. She said, oh, you're so dramatic. Okay, I'd rather be dramatic, but I asked you to please leave me alone. Now leave me alone once and for all. Yeah, it was just ridiculous. I agree, Paul. Their new name would be Popsicles. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that incident happened on Friday as well. My friend Jay said, why even give her the time of day? But Jay knows I've ignored her. I mean, everyone knows I haven't given her the time of day. But I'm human and I'm going through something. So you know what? I don't want to just be the victim sitting back and letting somebody walk all over me, hit my dogs, I don't know, throw stuff over, whatever. No. I'm going to stand up for what's right and what's wrong. And all I'm asking you to do is don't touch my dogs, keep my name out your mouth, and just leave me alone. You know? I said to her, why don't you just go talk about me to neighbors? I did that on purpose because I knew that she did, because somebody told me. And I just think it's petty and ridiculous. I have too much food out there to harvest, to preserve. I need to unpack here. I need to worry about me. And that should be the least of my worries over there, you know. So if she knows what's good for her, hopefully that'll be the end of it. She'll leave me alone because I am putting it nicely here on YouTube. But, you know, I had to drop a couple F-bombs, you know, to get my point across. But as long as I got my point across, that's it. Because I'm not going to roll over and play dead anymore. So I have a lot to get done here, including like this silly jar that just didn't want to open. It's been a crazy live tonight. I'm so sorry, everyone. I agree, Paul. Their name would be Popsicle. I saw that. Mel, I'll be heading to bed soon, hon. It's no, whoosh. Yeah, me too. LP, don't forget. Hopefully you left me a message in there so I could hit you up on there. Some people are so unhappy with their lives that they have to make everyone else's life miserable. You must be doing something right, Melody, to make her feel the need to terrorize you. Yeah, it's that garden. My roommate said the same thing. She was all nice in the beginning. You did this garden and she hates your guts. She gardens in like what used to be like a sandbox, like playhouse type of thing, which nothing's wrong with that, but you know, and I didn't catch on at first. She was throwing little digs at me like, oh, well, I wouldn't be able to maintain all that. Or I don't need to grow food I don't need to grow all this food from my family. And just little snide comments that I didn't catch on until later because I was preoccupied. But that doesn't even bother me anyway, that petty stuff. But yeah, my garden's beautiful. Blew her out of the water. And I just thought it was going to be fun. Like, oh man, that's so cool. I'm going to have someone next door that likes to garden. Unfortunately, no, that wasn't the case. Tiffany says, yes, my neighbor only got worse when I asked her to stop. She actually wants the back and forth. I'm not giving her the back and forth. I have no time for her nonsense, just like you have no time for her nonsense. Amen. Hand on a minute now. I posted about the way to open that lid. Well, I don't know. Mr. Cosmic Cultivator told me to stab it. I'll try. She's jealous at home with Tom and Rhonda. That's what my roommate seems to think too. I didn't, like I said, everyone, building that garden was one of the hardest things I've ever done besides have labor, give birth with no drugs. I was hurt in places I didn't think could hurt. And I never really had the thought of like, oh, I have to have the best garden on YouTube. No. I said to my roommate and to Jay, I just want a really nice garden. I looked at it as like a sanctuary, a place to hide out, and you know what I mean? And I really didn't get to really tinker around or have a lot of fun because it was like the build. And then we had that very short spring and then my harvest was in. So like Jimmy said, things will be better come next year. He doesn't want me to move. Things will be better next year. And I said, what do you mean by that? And he says, because there will be no garden build involved. Now you can just go out, do what you want. You know, he cut me some plastic off of this roll he has down in the basement today just to cover up my other red beets seeds so the birds don't steal them. Jimmy does try. And today was, I need some help with cleaning, Jim. My son's coming over, and he did. He ran the vacuum and, you know, helped out with the trash and whatnot. But I take on all of this, and that also is a lot too. So, but it's okay. Everything's going to be okay as long as I'm okay. So I have to worry about me first. That is just pure total like nonsense, you know, that I have zero time for. My health and what's going on with me is the most important thing. So on that note, I have lots of food to still preserve, and I have to make sure I don't mix the two up. One that's fuller is lemon balm, and then this is bee balm. So lemon balm would probably be pretty cool to make as a tea as a calmer, I think, right? Yeah, that's what at home with Tom and Rhonda said the same thing. Hello at It's a Blue Beast Games. Yes, hangs out with my grandson, who every time I call, it goes straight to voicemail. I haven't gotten a visit. He didn't come over for his birthday gift. Like, what the heck? So yeah, he needs to give his mom a call. Sounds to be a jealousy to me, says Mrs. Cosmic Cultivator. Gina, which Gina, you did an amazing job. Honest to God, girlfriend, I wanted to crawl through the phone. Well, because I was watching it through my phone. And get a big old bowl of that stir fry. I was so hungry. You did fantastic. So kudos to you. And I really, really need and want that herbal book that you have. You weren't on earlier when I did some marigolds, chamomile, raspberry leaves, lemon balm, bee balm, and I have some rose petals. I'm trying to get into the teas, but I don't want to mix anything without knowing what I'm doing. And I also have, that's for anxiety out there. What is it again? St. John's Wort. I have no clue how to use it. So I've been a busy bee trying to acquire some different teas for this winter. So I'm in love with that book. It's probably going to be an arm and a leg, so I'm not sure if I can get it, but good night, Paul. I love you. Barb's Country said, amen, sister. Okay, going night, everyone, and stay safe. Love you, Paul, honey man. We'll be getting off here in a couple minutes as well. I will see you on Sunday, Paul. You're the best. Barb's Country Home said, amen, sister. Good night, laugh out loud. Love you. Tiffany says, I just want to be happy. I want those around me to be happy. Yup, amen, Tiffany. She goes on to say, the tomatoes in my feet, the neighbor. Hold on, the neighbor project. She smashed them. I took them and squeezed their seeds in the dirt this year. She wasted it. Wow. Gina says, you worked your butt off for that garden, Melody. You should be very proud of it and don't want anyone. What is going on here? For that garden, Melody, you should be very proud of it. Don't want anyone to take that happiness away from you. I just wish you had neighbors like mine that showed support. Yeah, everyone else around here is really nice. Like, I decorated for Halloween. They're like, oh, it looks great. You know, they're sweet. I've given eggplants to people walking by, and oh yeah, everyone else is nice. Her not so much. What someone could enjoy, says Tiffany, but next year there'll be tons. And that's good. Gina says gardens, not garden, not guarded. I got you. Pastime 84 says, later everyone, good night. Thank you, Pastime 84, for coming in. It's not usually like this. A little bit rougher night tonight on myself. Tiffany says, good night. Garden State Gardener says, exactly, Miss Cosmic Cultivators. So, Gina, can I get the name, or can you write me the name of that book? And was it expensive? Oh, here she is. Thank you. I do have an extra lost book of herbal remedies. If you would like it, I will totally send it to you. And it was a really good stir fry. Thanks so much. Oh my gosh, Gina, that would be awesome. Only because of the factor I'm trying to do some herbal things for my anxiety, and I'll get scared if I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm trying to get into that self-healing type of thing. So if you don't mind, that would be really stinking awesome. Aren't the rose petals beautiful? That would be really awesome. And I mean what I say, considering, you know, your hubby's set to cook. I thought you did fantastic, and it looked yummy. You picked a good recipe for your vinaigrette. Mine is the jalapeno, so I'm going to try to do that recipe this week, but it will not be a whole meal like you and your husband did for sure. I got a little bit of a weird one. Well, mine's the jalapeno one. Your husband got the anisette, I think it was. That was a little bit odd too. But yeah, I thought you did fantastic. Your husband did great. Food looked delicious. And I think it was the thicker, bigger book that you were talking about that had like just everything in that book. I was like, oh my goodness. And I like didn't go back. You know, I had commented, I'm pretty sure. And the doorbell rang, and I wanted to go back to find out who the author was or whatever on the book. But yeah, I forgot. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do, I did the eggplant, and Joe, Garden State Gardener, whoever else is still listening, will do a quick rundown of what's going on this week instead of all that other. So the eggplant sandwiches I made with my son tonight, and there's no bread involved, so stay tuned for that. If you get a lot of eggplants, you're going to love this recipe. It's not my original recipe. It's Laura Vitale's recipe, but I twerked it and tweaked it or whatever. So that was nice having my son for that, and we made some gnocchi to eat and some fried peppers. Let me see, I give you some updates on what I have growing for fall. This is a 2-part video. Unfortunately, my garden tour / what am I planning for fall for the first day of fall, split that in 2 as well. And I know, Tiff, I thought that because I don't really care for that. That is in, oh, help me out. What is the name of those cookies? Pizzelles? Anisette's in that. I do like the Pizzelle cookies though, but I thought with that in a food, that's going to be hard. But he's a wizard. He totally made up his own recipe, and he did a fantastic job. Black licorice. Going to love that recipe. Yeah, so as far as doing the vineyard chicks, I am going to do that. I'm going to do the challenge. I looked up a recipe that's involving Brussels sprouts. I looked up a lot of recipes, and none of them really was tickling my fancy. I didn't word myself correctly. I love Brussels sprouts, and I think how I'm going to do it is I'm going to incorporate it in Brussels sprouts somehow. As far as the eggplant sandwiches today, Maron, they were so good. My son, I don't show his face. I didn't want to invade his privacy. You know, he was out the night before. I was just grateful he was in the kitchen cooking with his mama. And I asked him 1 to 10, and he said an absolute 10. I said, would you make this at your house? And he said, yeah. So he loved it. I did offer him, go pick, do you want eggplants? Do you want some zucchini? Do you want some peppers? Didn't take anything. Didn't take nothing, my son, before he left. I hate it when my grandmother put anisette and frosting or pizzelles. Yeah, I like the vanilla pizzelles, the chocolate pizzelles. I do like the originals, though. They're not, I don't know. I just don't tend to put a lot in mine because I'm not a huge black licorice fan, but they're yummy. My cousin and I were just talking about it today. Miss Cosmic, Gina, says, the star, it's anisette, right? I'm saying that right? With the pork belly was surprisingly amazing. That pork belly, by the way, too, I thought was going to be fatty. That looked amazing. Pork belly was surprisingly amazing with all the other stuff. You couldn't really tell it was in there with sweet pork. Yeah, I was really curious about that. Like, could you taste it? I think with the recipe that I'm going to concoct, maybe I'll whip it into a meal. Can't guarantee anything because my life is just cray-cray right now. But I'm probably going to do a side dish with it in there. Tiffany says, I'll take your word for it, Miss Cosmic. I'm kind of self-taught butcher as well. You're just self-taught lots of things. But we got a lot in common. I'm a baker. And what do you think I do a look? Yeah, cooking. Cooking, honey. We have that in common. So here is mine from the Monticello Cellars wine vinegars. I hope when the time comes I don't flubber it. Jalapeno. Hopefully y'all can see that. So yeah, I think I'm going to do it on something, I don't know. I didn't even open it up and smell it yet. Where to Begin Homestead. I'm still waiting on my vinegar. I can't wait. I know. I was not even expecting this at all because I can't really sign up for too many more collaborations because I need to unpack and do some things. It's definitely an acquired taste, Tiffany, says Gina. But yeah, when I got my shirt, they had a bottle in there. Then part of me was like, oh, they get 2 bottles. Cosmic Cultivators get 2 bottles. No, I'm just kidding. But that just meant 2 in the household means 2 more times you have to cook, wash dishes, clean up. But you know what, though? They made enough for an army. I hope you've had a lot of leftovers. Miss Cosmic Cultivator says, Where to Begin Homestead. Cannot wait to see your recipe. You're always making tasty stuff. I'm trying to get back into the game. You know, like with doing the coffee. I had to do something for fall. The coffee syrup. This is exactly what Starbucks puts in their coffee. And I did make tomato soup. 2 quarts of that. And then what video do I have coming out? I have a video on pumpkin creamer. I also have the video, like I said, on the eggplant sandwiches. I'm trying to think. Oh, I did a simple... Oh, Joe from Garden State Gardener. We talked about the cabbage with the egg noodles. I actually made it, and I'll be posting that video some point this week. And Jimmy finished it the next day, so... I am adventurous and willing to try things. There are very few things I refuse to eat, and it's just me haven't made friends yet. I don't know. Yeah, I'll try anything once. I tried a Tiff. I mean, maybe if you go a little bit... I have a pizzelle machine. I just don't know where it's at. It's probably in storage. But when I make my own, I don't put as much of that in there that's required, and I don't like Sambuca. I've thrown up from that, literally, just from the smell. I can't do anything with black licorice. So I thought that his recipe with the pork belly fat was on point. He did a great job. Thank you very much at Miss Cosmic Cultivators. I've been working on my recipe, Where to Begin Homestead. So let me ask about the recipes. Do you have to make a whole meal out of this? Because, you know, I didn't see the video. I'm so sorry, Vineyard Chicks. I've just been so busy. Do you have to make a whole meal from your vinaigrette? Or can you just make whatever you want from it? Miss Cosmic Cultivator says, oh, pumpkin creamer is one of my favorites. I have an old one that's on there on my channel that I did from the Stivers. I want to tweak my creamer recipe just a little bit more. I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes out, I'm either going to re-record it and make more because I've already finished it. I've literally already finished it. It's so good. It gets thick, but it all depends. If you can't have sugar in your diet, you'll love it. But it only required, I think it was 2 tablespoons. My old recipe, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Definitely wasn't enough. I put 1/4 cup, and I'm telling you, it's not even enough to keep it sweet. Meaning, I'm not trying to buy pumpkin creamer. That's not something that I would buy. But I don't like to put sugar in my coffee. I buy the creamers that have the sweetener already in it. So this is homemade. So I'm thinking I might have to add a little bit of sweetened condensed milk to it, and it will be on point perfect. Oh, pumpkin creamer is one of my favorite. You can make anything melody using the vinegar. Don't think it has to be a meal. Oh, okay. All right, because I have something up my sleeve for this, and it happens to be one of my favorite foods. So who knows? Who knows what'll come out of it? And wish me luck as far as getting this jar open, because I just don't foresee it happening. It's like really, really stuck. And people are going to think I'm nuts between having a little bit of a mental breakdown, crying, you know, and Mr. Cosmic Cultivator told me to stab the lid, and it still didn't come off. So it's been an all-around weird kind of live, but everybody's been great and very supportive. I so appreciate that. I have a ton of peppers. Well, I have quite a few I have to take the tape measure to. I think I'm going to be spending my day chopping tomorrow. I'm so upset that my Vidalia onion chopper broke because, you know, money don't grow on trees around here. So, as my son would say, money actually does grow from trees. Anyway, so yeah, that kind of stinks. Because I like that. It was making the jalapeno situation go by faster. But I don't know if my roommate, when he washed it, might have dropped it or something. I don't know. Oh my goodness. I thought maybe he didn't love me anymore or even like me anymore. My Aussie Garden and Kitchen. Hello, my friend. How are you? You had me concerned. Everyone say hello to my Aussie Garden and Kitchen. Good day, Melody. A big leg and let's dig it homestead. Home with the kids. So very busty, or is that busy and distracted today? Oh, I'm sure. I saw you over at Joe's. I said hello. I say hello to you all the time. Such a good guy. So Tiffany says, I have to head out. Yeah, I'm getting ready to too. So Daz, if you don't mind, maybe replaying this from the beginning, you won't be lost. Gina, that means a lot to me too about the book. Everyone's support in this live tonight. I'm really sorry. I know I shouldn't apologize for being real, but you know, some things are getting me. And I greatly thank everyone for all the support. LP, Yogi Hollow Farm, these are all awesome. And I greatly appreciate it. Gina says, night Tiffany, Q to you. To you, have a great Monday. Garden State Gardener says, love at my Aussie Garden Kitchen. I know, right? Melody. How dare you say that? How dare I say what? You keep saying like I'm saying something wrong. What, did I love you? My friend? Or you're ignoring me? Huh. I don't know. I'll wait for his comment. Vandal Land says, peace at my Aussie Garden and Kitchen. Night at Tiffany Q. Night, Tiffany. Love you, girl. Oh, he says, kidding, Melody. Wife is out, so I have all 6 kids, and I am so flat out. 6 kids is a lot. It's a lot. Did they all come about during the shutdown? Like the lockdown? Sorry, I was trying to be, you know, have a sense of humor there. So a little bit of an emotional night tonight, but you know, 6 kids are a lot. 3's a lot for me. But you know what though? More kids the merrier. Because when you get old and decrepit, they'll all come around and visit you. Hopefully. Laugh out loud. Joe says laugh out loud. And Gina says hello at Aussie Garden. Sometimes like I goof on people's names or I'll goof with the keyboard by accident. So don't take anything personal. And yeah. So I don't know, my friends. I have to go try my new scale. What's this antimicrobial platform? What's that mean? You can't catch a fungus on your feet? That's too funny. I feel you at my Aussie Garden and Kitchen. At least someone got busy. Yeah, right? Still watching? You are still watching? Lisa, you're just something else. Lisa's amazing, isn't she? It's funny how someone could be a stranger and then before you know it, you just look at them as like family. I mean, I became very close with quite a few people on YouTube and I really do appreciate everyone. And sometimes I just feel like a blubbering idiot. But, you know, I'm in the real world here and life is a little tough right now. But, you know, I do try to support everyone's channels and the people that I love and, you know, and I haven't really branched out to make, I made a few new friends, but I've been so busy, so that's why I'm kind of looking forward to fall a little bit, maybe winter, because then I can, like, speed watch everybody, I'll be in everybody's lives, so, yeah, don't nobody get mad at me, it's just a lot going on. Let's see. Gina says, don't ever apologize for being real. We're a community and we should be here for each other. And you're absolutely welcome. Just shoot me an email with your address and I will get it out to you ASAP. I got your number and all. Didn't I add it in my email? Did you get my email? Yogi Hollow Farm says, hey, Daz, in my Aussie Garden Kitchen. They're great kids, Melody. Just a combination of lunchtime, yep, and a whole bunch of things all at once today while you and Joe were live. Oh, now I understand. Totally understand. Kids need a lot. I know. Lisa at Yogi Hollow Farm. Check Insta. Ooh. What's he doing, Lise? He's keeping secrets. I don't even think Aussie's got me over there on Instagram. I don't know. I have to do like mad dash posting. I'm going to look like a psycho on Instagram because I don't know what was going on. It just wouldn't let me upload. And when I would be able to upload, it would let me upload like maybe a couple pictures and that was it for the day. Is that like a smiley face? Y'all make me happy, but I'm exhausted mentally and physically. And yes, I will definitely do that, Gina. And I really, really appreciate that because I look like a thickums and I might need a thickums book to read to keep my mind out of my own, you know, to keep my mind busy and not worry about just everything. Some things I can change and some things I can't. Yes, I do, Melody. I can only use it on my PC and I don't really use a phone. Wow. You might want to show like 99% of these kids in today's society how to like not be like this with their phones. Oh. So yeah, so that's my whole gist. Wish me luck. Hopefully I'm not 102 pounds. Lots of prayers for me. Because if I'm 102 pounds, I gotta go straight to the doctors. I don't know what would be wrong. So, yeah. And I appreciate y'all being in here. Oh my gosh, 2 hours. Yeah. So, 2 hours and 36 minutes. You know, it was an all over kind of live, but greatly appreciate y'all. I hope that you all have a blessed week. A happy Monday. And thank you for being there for me. You're all so super supportive. Sorry for the people that are new and might come in and be like, this woman's crazy. No, I'm just overwhelmed. I have a lot going on. I didn't sleep good last night. Like I said, my anxiety was through the roof. Lisa says, will do, Des. Did you get your email? I will shoot you a text tomorrow. Oh, you did get my email. Okay, great. Great. Yeah, my number's on there as well. Peace, heart, and happiness. I lost 50 at the casino tonight. Had me like crying, so I was emotional with the world around me. So like you said, never know what's going on with others. That's so true. You know, like we don't know with battles people are fighting. It's hard. I lost my home from this virus, you know, and rich people just wanting the residents out. And change is hard when you have anxiety. This whole thing here is hard, you know. Not seeing my kids enough is really hard. It's taking a toll on me. Killing myself trying to get my roommate's house together. It's now my house. And trying to combine. He doesn't have all his stuff. His stuff's down in the basement. But, you know, I don't know. I just have storage units to unpack. And my life is in like a tote. It's hard. And Vandal, it's if you can afford to blow $50 so that you can have a little fun, then so be it. It's $50, you know. Don't cry over spilt milk. But if you couldn't afford to do the $50, then stay clear of all casinos because all they want is your money. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe get a different hobby. But yeah, Vanilla Lands, he's a good guy too. Gina says, have a great night and great week, friends. Stay safe and be well and don't let others get to you. Amen to that. Amen to that. So on that note, I do feel bad. I feel like I need to say I'm sorry, but it's life. And I love this community on YouTube. These are fantastic. I love the fact that I got to see my son tonight, and I got to take his new car, $45,000 car. So my son's doing pretty good for himself. It's the first time he was able to get a car completely on his own. And it's a beauty. And Mama Dukes over here was the second person to take it for a little spin around the corner. So, yeah, it's those little things that make me happy. I don't know. You know, when you're single and alone too, that's hard too, because sometimes you just need a hug. Sometimes you just need someone to tell you that it's going to be okay. But, you know, I chose this, so well, I didn't choose all of it, but yeah. So, you know, my boys are men now, and it's like, I don't know, Mom needs a hug. You know, I gave my son a great big hug when he was leaving. So, needless to say, sometimes I'm human and I need a hug. You know, I need to just make some new friends and stop just being like, you know, I just got to a point in my life where I was only having like a selective amount of people around me. It's like this little bubble, you know. I got rid of a bunch of people that just were no good for me. And that's that. And maybe I just need to make some new friends. So, hello, everyone. Let's see. Melody Garden says, oh, nice. Good for you, Melody. What a thumbs up. Where did we get home? It says, amen. So on that note, because you can tell, I'm getting delirious. I'm tired. Again, thank you all. Everyone, you are the best. You are the bomb diggity. I love this community. And if anyone was to ever need me, shoot me an email, and yeah, I'll be there for you. His mom needs hugs too. We should make shirts. Oh my gosh, Where to Begin Homestead. Absolutely. Absolutely. We absolutely. Okay, we got to do that. We moms in the community got to come up with doing shirts like that, or maybe me and Where to Begin Homestead will make some shirts, because I know this mom over here needs some major loving and hugging. Let me tell you, I'm missing my family. So, but thank you, Where to Begin Homestead. Great big kiss to everyone. Like I said, have a blessed week. Have a great Monday. And I will see you throughout the week. Please be patient. You know, I have a phone that's glitching and I have no laptop at the moment. Vanilla Lynn says, no, you're crazy, but we all are. All these laughing emojis. That's why we love you. Embrace it and roll with the waves. I'm going to. See you next Sunday, Melody. Oh, you are in here, Shelly and Anthony. Oh my goodness. Shelly, I just love you. I'm so happy that you're in here. Remember Shelly, everyone, Shelly and Anthony, who says that she always watches my stuff, but was a new commenter as of like a week ago. She was in here the whole time being all quiet. We got to get her to start talking. Virtual hug. Virtual hug back. I love you so. And Shelly, you too. Seriously, these are amazing. Just thank you for everything, because I think this is the only thing that's keeping me sane right now. Keeping me afloat. And if I need help, I'm going to get on YouTube and let you know I need some help, because these are all my people. So God bless. Have a great night. And just maybe I'll be able to get this jar open. Look at all the knife stabs. Bye, Melody. Bye, chat. You all take care and be safe. You too. My Aussie Garden Kitchen, my friend Des. Hugs are the best. Amen, Vandalyn. Good night, everyone. Good night. It's freezing. Good night.